Hi guys, good morning. How are you all doing? I think I have Kanak and Tara with me as of now at 11 o'clock, and that's great. I'm happy that you could make it and are on time. Wonderful. How are you doing? Are you doing good? Can I have your videos on? Guys, am I audible and visible? Because I can't get any reaction from you. Okay, I have Tara with me. Hi Tara, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Very well. How are you doing?
Good, sir.
So we're going to start off with our session today, and I'm not going to wait any longer because I don't want you guys to spill over the time, right? So I'm going to start off, and people who join in at a later time, they'll have to catch up. Okay, sounds good? Or do you
Yes.
want me to wait for another 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, you can wait. It's up to you, sir.
Okay, got it. So in the meanwhile, let me tell you few of the prerequisites that I want from you is in every session we want to be partners with you. What do I mean to be with the word partnership? Partnership simply translates to that you need to come on time, right? That's your 100% partnership. I'll
Mm.
put in my best efforts to give you everything that I have. That's my side of delivery. Okay? Your side of receiving is to be on time, make your notes, make sure that your internet connection, everything is taken care of well in advance. Right? क्लास के बीच में सर ये हो गया सर वो हो गया आई कांट हेल्प इट राइट कैन आई हेल्प दैट
No,
but
no.
you need to take care of your side. I'm going to take care of my side, and that's our 100% partnership for each other, right? The next second equation that I want you to take care of is that while I am sharing all the inputs, make notes. Okay, if you have any questions, note them down. Towards the end or wherever is required, I'll ask you to ask your questions. Okay, so that is because so that we don't break the flow of what is to be delivered. First you understand the entire concept, entire delivery of what I have to say, and once that is said, you may ask your questions when I ask you to unmute and go ahead. Is that okay? Sounds good? Yes.
Yes.
So great. Okay, so let's talk about what exactly are we going to do here, and I think I have someone else as well. I think it's Shilpa. Hi Shilpa, good morning. Shilpa is also here.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So one more thing, can I request you as soon if you have a background voice, if you have people in your background, can you mute yourself as soon as you have talked? Just mute yourself so that we don't get to hear the background voice. Okay, so just repeating again, Shilpa, you just came in, so I'm just going to repeat few words here. We are doing 100% partnership, 100% you and 100% me. My share to deliver everything that is promised within this entire month. Okay, and your 100% is to make notes, make sure you are here on time, make sure that your internet connection, everything is in place, and you can give undivided attention for these sessions. Okay, so that is your 100% partnership, and take care of your internet and everything possible, and makes notes. The next thing is that if you get to some question, you want some questions to be answered, don't ask the questions in between. Okay, towards the end I will let you ask your questions. So if you have a burning question कि ये question तो मेरे को पूछना ही है, make a note of it and ask the questions towards the end. I'll give you an opportunity to ask your questions. Okay, so that's how we are going to go about it. Is that clear, Tara? Tara, Kanak and Shilpa. Okay guys, In case if you're not planning to switch on your videos, I need your reactions at least in the chat box so that I know you are here with me. You are listening what I have to share. Don't attend these sessions for the sake of attending. Attend these sessions so that you have undivided attention here. Did you pay little money for this session? No, you paid a good amount for this session, right? So, will it be fair for you to not pay 100% attention? Yes, no, maybe. Will it be really fair that you don't pay attention for the money that you paid to get the value out of the entire course? So, I want your undivided attention for these 3 hours. Is that too much to ask? Is that really too much to ask? Ultimately, who's going to gain by the end of the session? Is it me or you?
We,
Exactly. So
obviously,
that's
we.
what, yes. So I want you all to be attentive, 100% attentive, and I want you to give me answers because I'll be asking you a lot of questions. And there I need your feedback where you are. Now, if you don't answer what I'm asking you, then how will I know where is Tara stuck, where is Kanak stuck, or where is Shilpa stuck, and the other participants are stuck, right? So, your answer is the window for me to help you out, right? If I don't know where you are, how will I help you? Isn't it? So, great. So, let me ask you a very simple question. Are you really here to become a successful designer? Do you really want to become a successful designer? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I can only see Tara responding to that. I have no response from Kanak or Shilpa. Okay. I suppose that they are also here to become a successful designer. With that is my second question. You want to be a designer, and do you also want to earn loads of money being a designer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. बहुत मरा हुआ yes आ रहा है. Do you really feel
No, no, but actually, it is two ways.
two ways कि designer बनेंगे तो पैसा नहीं आएगा?
Some we have to sacrifice, sir.
For you, you have to sacrifice. Okay,
Not
don't worry, we'll
exactly for
come to
me.
that. We'll come to
Yeah,
that.
okay.
But is it an ideal condition where you can be a fashion designer and even earn loads of money? Do you want that to happen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And now the next very important question is, how many of you think money is the driving force for you to work? Out of the three participants that I have this morning, how many of you think that money is actually the driving force for you to work?
No, sir.
Yes, no, maybe, 50-50.
No, no.
Tara says no. Shilpa, Kanak, what about you guys? Money is the driving force for you to work? कि हाँ पैसा तो कमाना है इसीलिए तो काम कर रहे हैं, अदरवाइज काम करने की जरूरत क्या है? Shilpa says yes. And what about you, Kanak? The money, the end goal is to earn money, and that is also a majority of your driving force to work. Yes. Okay. Now, how many of you think, listen to this question carefully, how many of you think money is actually a byproduct of how you and your product impacts or helps others? Do you think money is a byproduct or no? Yes, no, maybe. Then money is actually, okay, I'll repeat the question again. Money is a byproduct of how you and your product impacts or helps your client. कि अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट एंड कंज्यूमर को किसी तरह से इम्पैक्ट या हेल्प कर रहा है, तभी आपके पास पैसा आएगा.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shilpa says, yes, sir, without money we can't do. So that is, you can't survive without money. That's another factor. What I'm asking you is, कि क्या पैसा एक बाय प्रोडक्ट है? Money is a byproduct of how you and your product helps and impacts others. And others, by others, I mean your client, your end consumer. Okay. Shilpa, I hope you get this entire idea. Now, have you heard of this? Have you, all of you have watched this movie, Three Idiots? Have you watched this movie? Yes. So, would it be actually right to quote the dialogue from the movie Three Idiots? Do you remember that dialogue from Three Idiots, which Amir Khan or Funsuk Wangdu really says in the movie? सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो, सक्सेस झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी. You remember that dialogue? Something about success. Yes? So this is the dialogue which he says, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो, सक्सेस झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी. If I have to translate it into English, in case if anyone is not able to follow in Hindi, it simply means don't run after success, chase excellence, and success is bound to follow you. सुनने में कैसा लगा? अच्छा है या बुरा है? Is it nice or is it bad? How did it feel inside in your heart? Is it like good? हाँ यार, बात तो बहुत मज़ेदार है, अच्छी लग रही है, right? How many of you feel that? Do you feel it's like a very strong statement and holds some truth? Tara says yes, it's nice. What about Shilpa and Kanak? Do you think this statement really makes and has some logic, has some strength to it? Guys, if I have to ask you at every question to type in, we are going to expand this time from 11 to, instead of 11 to 2, we are going to stretch the time to 11 to 4. Is that okay? If I don't get a response from you, if you are not interactive, I don't know whether you are able to understand or not. Because I will not be repeating everything. That's for sure. That's my promise. I'm not going to repeat everything. If your response is there, I can't understand, then I'll repeat it. But if you don't respond, I'll keep on asking you, did you get it? If you don't respond back, we are going to stretch the time. So ये 2 बजे भी सेशन खत्म नहीं होने वाला है, 3 या 4 बजे तक खत्म होगा. Is that what you want? If that is what you want, I'm good with it. Because I am committed to really deliver what I'm here for. And we are not going to even have a lunch break. Okay? So in case if you really want to finish on time, then I want your attention and I want you to reply. Okay, got it? So now, I asked you, does this statement really hold some truth? And you said, yes, it does make some sense. But now let me add a small sentence with it to make it more powerful. Which sentence am I talking about? Don't run after success, chase excellence, and success is bound to follow you. Yes, that's a perfect statement. Now let me tweak it a little bit. Let me make it more relevant, which is going to make it all the more powerful. Listen to this carefully. Don't run after success, chase excellence, make it visible and accessible to your audience, and success is bound to follow you. A lot of us work in silence. We do a lot of hard work, but we never have the right intention or ways to make our work visible and accessible to our end consumer. And that's why we don't achieve the sales, we really don't achieve that popularity that we could have really got. So don't run after success, definitely chase excellence and make it visible and accessible to your audience, and success is bound to follow you. Now we have different ideas and notions for success. For me, as of now, success means contributing and impacting a lot of lives achieve their dream and vision within the fashion industry. We want to impact more than 10 lakh people from all over the world who struggle in the fashion industry. So let's introduce yourself and tell us, what does success mean to you? How do you gauge success? When would you feel successful? And I want you to unmute yourself, going ahead with Tara. Tara, what do you think success would mean to you?
So success is like when somebody tells me this is good, like whatever I have created. If somebody comes and appreciates, or at least 20%, if they give me encouragement, that I can feel as like a success.
Okay, encouragement is success for you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And that is how you would gauge success if someone comes and encourages you. Wonderful, got it. Shilpa, what's your parameter of success? When would you feel successful?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
When my product is liked by 10 or more members, that we can feel as encouragement.
Okay. So that will be a success for you.
Yeah, obviously we can get more orders from that
Okay.
if they are liked by more people.
Got it. Got it. So what about Kanak? When would you feel successful?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
So I think for me, success is a financial freedom where I would be sitting happily and my work is running, nicely, and I don't have to worry about, that day I put the systems in the right place at the right time, and I think the freedom to move, and I think that would be success for me.
Okay. So financial freedom is something that you look at as your success parameter to success.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So, guys, did you happen to have your workbooks with you, which we shared with you earlier also, and few of the participants joined in yesterday? Firdos is also here. Firdos, the question that we have right now is, when would you feel successful? What is your parameter of success? Can't hear you, Firdos. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, sir. For me,
No
definitely
problem.
financial freedom is success. And rather than this, I feel like peace of mind is more success.
Okay.
Whatever you do, you should be what we said, like you should be very content in that. Whatever you do,
Okay.
you're satisfied with everything, whatever efforts you're putting, and you're just getting outcome. It's not like you just
Right.
being financially free will make you feel good or something that man is like financially if you are free, then definitely we as a human being are more precisely looking for more and more things. We are never
Okay.
satisfied. For me,
Got
satisfaction is
it.
success.
So again, Firdaus, it is about your personal parameter.
Yeah,
It is not
personal
about
problem.
it is not about the other person. It is
Yeah,
about what
my
is
personal thing.
success to you. Okay,
Yes.
completely personal. We are not
Yeah.
talking about do you agree with others or not? Do
Yeah.
you like what they have to say or not? Everyone
Yes.
has their own rightful opinion, and we are
Yes.
not here to judge each other. Okay, is that okay?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Is that good?
Yes.
Everyone
Yes, sir.
is here from different walks of life, and
Yeah.
everyone has their own choices, right?
Yeah. Right.
So let's respect that and just
Yeah.
stick to what we want.
No, for me, I say, sir, it's
Got it.
depend on
Brilliant.
everybody, right? For
Brilliant.
me, the success
Got
is
it.
like not only getting financial freedom, but to be
Okay.
satisfied with whatever you have.
Got it. Wonderful. So now, guys, if you closely notice what exactly, like Shilpa was able to say that if 10 or more people like my product, then I would feel successful. Okay.
Mm.
Tara said if some people would give me little encouragement, that will be success for me. Whereas Kanak said, if I have financial freedom where I can do any and everything, whatever I want to do with my life, that is success for me. And for Firdaus, it is like whatever I have to be in content in whatever I've achieved is success for me. But if you notice that we all want to be successful some or the other way, but we can't really put our finger onto something very specific. It has to be very specific. Now, there is one tool above all the others that influences the quality of life, and that is the capacity to take a vision of what you want and make it real. So that is something which we are going to work upon. The key to this game of life is living it on your terms in an extraordinary way. Now, what is that going to be for you? How would you know if your life was truly magnificent, extraordinary, unique, special, and what you've ultimately wanted? Now, before I even talk about this success parameters, what exactly success is and everything, we are going to discover that, we are going to crack it open and really create our milestones with it. But before I go further, I have a question for you. How many of you think success is really a habit? Do you think success is a habit? Yes, no, or maybe? If your video is on, you can give me a thumbs up. If your video is not on, I would want you to
Yes,
type in the chat box. Okay. Got it? So success is a habit. Yes. So the research actually proves that success is a habit that rich people follow. Now, habits are created. Do you agree? We can create a habit. If you want to wake up at 6 o'clock, you'll create a habit, right? Initially, it will be really troublesome. You will not really want to get out of bed, whatever the time is that you want to get up. I'm just talking about one habit. But if you do it consistently for X number of days, your body automatically gets trained to wake up at that particular time, and that becomes your habit, right? That's the way our body responds. Now, similarly, habits are created. How can we create different habits? Okay, now everything is going to boil down. Don't worry about anything. Even in case you think ki kya ho raha hai, what exactly are we talking about, I want you to put it in the right frame, because in the fashion industry we need to work, right? It can't happen overnight. Can overnight magic happen? No, it can't. We need to work, and we need to develop certain habits which are going to translate into your success. So first of all, I'm going to give you certain parameters, certain steps which are going to help you develop habits. And those habits will translate to your success. So the very first criteria to develop habits is to have the right thoughts. Number one is thoughts. What does that thought mean? It means to have the right intention. Right intention in believing in yourself. Now, how many of you, whenever there is something to do, if there is, say, a given task and someone asks you to do something, does your brain really starts dissecting that particular task into, is it possible or is it not possible? क्या ये मैं कर पाऊंगी, क्या ये मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगी? Does that happen? It happens. It's human, right? It happens with every one of us, right? And when you think about this, think about it. When there is a task which might be slightly out of your comfort zone, which might be slightly beyond your capacity, does our brain start processing it from a perspective, ठीक है, कोशिश करके देखते हैं, अगर नहीं हुआ तो बोल देंगे नहीं हुआ? Does that happen? Yes? Now, what really happens? Let me share a very important aspect of this thought. All of you have your pens? All of you have your pens? Do you have a pen in your hand
Yes, sir.
or a pencil? Just leave it on the table. Leave it on the table, okay? Now I'm going to
It's
say
on the
something.
table.
Listen to the statement carefully and then act. I want you to try to pick up the pen. Try to pick up the pen. No, try. I didn't say pick up the pen. I said try. Are you trying? Try to pick up the pen. Don't pick it up. Try to pick it up. This is a very small exercise. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when we operate from the thought process of trying, we automatically have planted in a subconscious certain reasons कि अगर नहीं हुआ तो हम क्या reason दे सकते हैं इस काम को नहीं कर पाने के लिए. Does that happen? Your kids in the house, they ask you to do something. The minute they ask you to do something, automatically you'll say yes, okay, we'll do it. But in your subconscious, you're also calculating or thinking, if this is something which I will not be able to do, then what is the reason that I can give them? Does that happen? और ये exactly thought process हमारा सारी चीज़ों में होता है, almost सारी चीज़ों में, कि अगर नहीं कर पाए, what do we do? For any and everything in our life, we say, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. I'll try to do this. I will try to get the results. Now, when you say the word try, your subconscious, which is absolutely subtle and silent, inside your head, your subconscious is automatically creating reasons for your failure. If you fail to deliver, if you fail to do something, if you're unable to achieve something, what are the reasons that I can tell the entire world and even myself कि ये क्यों नहीं हो पाया? Do you think that's correct? Automatically कोई भी हमें बोलता है कि ये कर दोगे, हाँ मैं कोशिश करती हूँ, वो कोशिश के साथ में होता है हो पाया तो ठीक है, नहीं हो पाया तो क्या बहाना दे सकते हैं? टाइम नहीं मिला, पैसे नहीं थे, ये नहीं हो पाया, अभी मेरा कमिटमेंट कहीं और है, राइट? So the very first idea that I want you to work upon is to have the right thoughts and right intention. By believing in yourself that you're going to do it, you're not just going to try it. So as your first day to be the part of this creative DNA, you become the tribe members of the CDNA group. Okay, now from today onwards, I want you to delete this 3-letter word TRY from your dictionary. TRY from your dictionary. What does that simply mean? You are either going to do it, okay, be it today, tomorrow, or 15 days or 15 years, or you're going to simply not do it. It's 100% in or 100% out. Sounds good? Does that sound good? It is 100% in or 100% out. Success also happens when you are 100% into it. It doesn't happen for people who are doing 10%, 20%, 80%, 90%. Because success just leaves that doorway. Now, with this, I want you to also remember, memorize, note it down for yourself. And that is, if you have even 1% of doubt, anyone who has a little doubt कि सर पता नहीं शायद हुआ तो, आप बोल तो रहे हो, you're saying to promise, you're telling me to delete this try word from your dictionary, but अंदर थोड़ा सा तो डाउट है. 99% तो हो जाएगा लग रहा है, बट 1% डाउट है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर देयर इन दैट स्पेस? 1% डाउट तो बच रहा है अभी थोड़ा सा. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव दैट 1% डाउट? एनीवन? Type me if you have a little doubt, small little doubt. हाँ लग तो रहा है हो जाएगा, सब कुछ हो जाएगा, बट थोड़ा सा बहुत मिनिस्क्यूल सा डाउट है, 0.1% टाइप्स, 0.5%, 1%. Tara says no, Shilpa says no. Brilliant. What about Firdaus and Kanak and even Rohini? लग तो रहा है कि I'll do something in the fashion industry, I'll clearly make it somewhere, but I'm not sure 100% होगा या नहीं, शायद 1% की कमी रह सकती है. What I simply want you all to understand is, if you have even 1% of doubt, just 1%, 1% doubt equates to 100% out of the game. That 1% doubt is never going to help you move forward. So declare it to yourself, I'm 100% in it. I don't have even a 1% of doubt, because 1% doubt is equal to 100% out of the league. The second parameter or the second criteria of developing habits is to have the right feelings. Start visualizing it. Start visualizing your success parameters. How will that success really look like in physicality? How many encouragements do you really want for you to feel successful? How much money in your bank account is going to help you feel the freedom of being financially free? What is it that is ultimately going to feel you make happy? Start feeling it, start visualizing it. Think big, because when you have very specific goals, absolute specificity, then that equates to clarity. If you have clarity in your mind where you want to go, what you want to achieve, in specific numbers, in specific goals, this clarity, my dear friends, is going to lead to power. Let me give you an example here. How many times when you are there with your family or friends and suddenly program बनता है, चलो कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, let's go out to go out for just for fun or even a vacation, right? Plans बनते हैं ना ऐसे कई बार, right? So चलो कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, but no one has any clue कि कहाँ जाना है. क्या कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि किसी किसी संडे की पूरा दिन सिर्फ ये बात करते हुए निकल गया कि कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, कहीं घूमने चलते हैं, और वो 24 घंटे पूरे खत्म हो गए. एंड इन द इवनिंग अ लॉट ऑफ अस आर अपसेट कि क्या यार पूरा दिन हम संडे को घर पे बैठे रहे, कहीं घूमने चले जाते इससे अच्छा. और रात में 11 बजे याद आता है, यार अच्छा मॉल ही चले जाते, शायद कहीं मूवी के लिए चले जाते, या पिकनिक के लिए चले जाते, या कहीं डिनर के लिए ही चले जाते, राइट? What that really happened is because you had no visualization of what that perfect Sunday would look like with your entire family or your personal Sunday. You never had that clarity as a family, as an individual, कि हमें संडे को करना क्या है. And that's why you felt powerless by the end of the day. How many of you can relate to this feeling? एंड कई बार संडे नाइट को बहुत अपसेट होके भी सोते हैं कई लोग कि पूरा पूरा हफ्ता हमने काम किया, सैटरडे संडे को भी कुछ प्लान नहीं किया, और कल फिर वापस मंडे आ गया, कल से काम करना है. डज दैट हैपन विद एनी वन ऑफ यू? इट माइट बी यू, इट माइट बी योर स्पाउसेस और सम ऑफ योर फैमिली मेम्बर्स और इवन योर किड्स. डज दैट हैपन? गिव मी अ येस और अ नो. येस, इट डज. गॉट इट. सो दैट्स something which I want you to understand, to have the right feelings, to visualize how would you see yourself. Think big. What is your big picture? Where do you really want to reach? What in specific numbers is that going to look like? Because this clarity is going to lead you to massive power. The next one is, which is very important, to take actions. हमने प्लान बनाया, हमारे पास में 100% जोश है कि हमें कुछ करना है, और उसके बाद में हम एक्शंस नहीं लेना चाहते. वन फाइन डे, एक दिन आएगा जिस दिन मैं एक्शन लूंगी, एक दिन आएगा जिस दिन सब कुछ हो जाएगा. वो कब आएगा? You need to decide for yourself. When is that day where you're going to take actions? Now, when I talk about actions, a lot of us think कि एक दिन ना I will do everything possible, and that day never comes. So, what I want you to really understand and be present to is the idea for you to take baby steps, one step at a time. It's like if you have to climb Qutub Minar, or say a building which has say 20 floors and it doesn't have a lift. I'm not talking about a lift, okay? And you have to really climb up onto the 20th floor. Are you going to say that one fine day I will climb the entire 20 floors in one go? Or do you think this path to success needs to be scaled one step at a time? And when you take these baby steps on a consistent day to day basis, you need to tell yourself this important statement, which is, yes, I can handle this. You don't need to look at the every next step, all the steps together. You have the vision, the big picture of that 20th floor of your success. But you need to start with that basic baby step. Concentrate on that and just on the next step forward, nothing more. The big picture always remains there. And on this way, do you think you're going to face failures? Yes or no? On this way, all of us are going to face certain failures which might not turn out the way that we imagined to have. It might just not turn out. What are we going to do? Are we going to give up? Oh, this did not turn out the way that I imagined, so let's go back home. Let me share with you an example. If you were to buy a jacket for yourself, okay, a coat or a suit, okay, so let me say if you went out shopping to buy a ready-made suit for yourself, okay. Now when you went out to the showroom, you went onto the floor, right? How many options do you generally look at? As in, when you go enter into the showroom, how many options that you generally see in a showroom? Is it 2, 3, or is it like 25, 50, even 100? Give me a number. How many stock of suits do you really see on the floor when you get inside the showroom? You're saying just there are only 3 options available in the store? How many options are available in the store? Want to pick the best in style and budget? Many. So my first question is, how many options are there in the store? Tara says many. Do you agree to what Tara has to say? That there are many options available? It might be 20, 25, 50, 100. Yes, no? Yes? So with those many options available, what do? Do you buy everything? No. What you do is you pick up the best few options, and do you buy all of them, or do you start trying them? Do you buy everything, or do you start trying the options that you see? The top 3, the top 5, the top 10 options that you like. You start trying them. Now when you try these options, now visually this option A was beautiful. You were like, this is the perfect choice. But at times, does it happen that when you try this option, it doesn't look so nice on you? The fitting was not as what you expected, or the length was too short or long, and there is something which doesn't sit well with your overall personality. Does that happen? The best choice that you had thought of. So what do? Do you still buy that option which doesn't suit you, or there is certain something which is not really fitting you? Or do you leave that option and try something new? You go on to the other. You try something new, right? And ultimately, when you're trying different options, after trying few options, you come to that perfect body which suits your personality, which sits well, which has good fall and feel of the fabric, and it looks good on you. You ultimately stick with that option, isn't it? So that is what how our journey in professional life is also. If something doesn't work, we don't have to give up our dream of creating something massive for ourselves. We just need to consider, we tried something, it did not work, let me try the next thing. Does that make it understandable? Yes or no? Do you think makes sense? If it makes sense, type in sense in the chat box. That in our professional life also, we will have a lot of options which we may have to try combinations and permutations and see what works best for us. We don't have to stick to something which doesn't suit us, which doesn't fit ourselves. If it doesn't work, leave it. Let's go on to the next possible option and let's go from there, right? So that is what we really want to do. Okay, so now I have few more questions. What next? Ask yourself what next. If you really picked up one possible option and you're working on that, see what is the next step that you need to take within this section. Where am I going to head next towards? Now, I have another question for all of you in the house. Are there any perfectionists here? Someone who's in the crowd who's a perfectionist? Sir, perfect नहीं होता ना तो मज़ा नहीं आता, काम नहीं करते. I don't work unless it's perfect for me. I will keep on putting my 100% effort. जब तक perfect से perfect नहीं होगा, super से भी ऊपर नहीं होगा, तब तक तो I will not even think about it. Right? So Kanak is one of those. Anyone else who's like a perfectionist? Yes, sir. Perfect dikhne tak. Satisfaction. Okay. I think I have a lot of perfectionists here. What about others? Rohini, Firdous. Do you guys believe in perfectionism? No? Yes, no, maybe? So my dear friends. Yes? Okay. Brilliant. Let me put something very important in front of you, which as designers, as creative professionals, I really want you to absorb, reflect, and apply. And that is perfectionism or being a perfectionist is a myth, absolute myth, because your evolution, your refinement will never stop, because ultimately your progress is important. Now before I go further, let me ask you a question. Which mobile phone do you guys carry? Tara, what is your mobile model? Firdos,
iPhone 20,
Kanak,
sir.
sorry, iPhone 12. Type in the chat box.
Okay.
Shilpa, Rohini, what are your mobile phone companies and the version that you carry? I want the version also. Which one is it? iPhone 12, Samsung, which Samsung? M30, A40, there are so many series, right? S6 Lite, Vivo 51, Oppo, which one in Oppo? Oppo 9, Oppo 7, Oppo F9, okay, got it. Everyone? Do we have all the cell phones here? What about Rohini? Rohini, which one is yours? Which mobile do you carry? And what's the version of that? Which model do you carry? Now, whenever you bought these particular models, I'm asking you a question. Pay 100% attention here. Okay? Pay 100% attention. Whenever you bought this iPhone, Oppo, Vivo, Samsung, all these companies, when you bought these phones, do you believe the models that you bought were some of the best models that this company produced? Yes or no? When you bought it, this was one of the best models that the company produced. Yes or no? Tara says no, this was not the best model. Okay. Got it? Kanak says yes. Okay, Tara, for you, I'll put another question. With the kind of budget that we have, okay, with the kind of budget that we had, this was the best model that I could purchase. Will that be a right question, Tara? Yes? Okay. All of you agree to this, that whatever model that you bought at that particular point in time was the best model that the company produced which suited your budget. Okay? So that's the correct question. So now, all these companies. Now, and whenever you bought this phone, do you think the same companies have a newer model within the same price bracket that you had bought the phone for? Like if you have iPhone 7, whenever you bought it, do you think iPhone 8 or some other version is now available at that price point? Or if you have, like I have an iPhone, I don't have an iPhone, I have a OnePlus. So when I bought OnePlus, I had a OnePlus 8. Now, if I look at it, I think OnePlus 10 is going to launch at the same rate. Do you agree that the same company is now offering a newer model, a better model at the same price? You get a sense of cheating, right? इतना पैसा लेकर के पुराना फोन हमें दे दिया. Right? Now, why am I saying this? Guys, just imagine that you have this latest phone, which was latest last year or 2 years, whenever you bought this phone, right? And you have a newer version of this phone. Shouldn't you have actually waited for another year to buy a phone? अभी तो लेटेस्ट आ रहा है ना, उतने पैसे में ज़्यादा बेटर फ़ोन मिल रहा है, सो वेट करना चाहिए था. Why did you waste your money? And in fact, this Samsung, iPhone, Oppo, OnePlus, and every possible company, Vivo, every possible company, do you think they can make these phones all the more better? कल और better phone आएगा इससे भी ज़्यादा, better camera, better battery life, better features, everything will be better in future again. Now, अगर ये सारी phone companies, if all these phone companies were in your shoes, which shoes? The perfectionist shoes. कि we are going to first of all have the perfect phone, then only we are going to launch our product. तो क्या इनका product कभी launch होता? When they launched their first mobile phone, which looked like almost the size of a brick, that was their first launch of whatever they could produce within that time frame. Once they produced that product, they started refining it every now and then. So do you think iPhone, which had a bad battery life, shouldn't they stop producing the phones? They should say कि पहले मैं जब तक perfect battery नहीं बन जाती तब तक मैं phone ही launch नहीं करेंगे. No, it doesn't happen like that. So consider everyone who is successful in the industry doesn't wait for their perfectionism. Perfectionism is to do or put in your level best. Release the version in the market. Get the feedback from your clients. What do these mobile companies do? They release the product, they get feedback from users. The users say the battery is good, but the camera is not nice. This is good, but the other features are not nice. And in fact, we want more features beyond this. What do these companies do? They start working on the next version of that phone and they launch it in the future. Do you think that's progress in development? Don't you think that is progressive? where you're working with your consumer and developing your product on the go. So similarly, don't get into this myth of perfectionism. Do your best, give in your best. Pay 100% attention to your client's needs at the moment. Deliver your product. And once your product is delivered, get feedback. From that feedback, revise your product or refine your product and then produce the next version of it. So what am I really saying here? If I have to really assimilate this in one sentence, in one dialogue, then I want you to remember that your version 1 of the product is better than version none. Version 1 is better than version none. How many of you agree that is true? जब तक मेरा कोई प्रोडक्ट देखेगा ही नहीं तो वो मुझे जानेगा कैसे, और मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि मेरा प्रोडक्ट ठीक है भी या नहीं, किसी को पसंद आएगा भी या नहीं. मेरे ख्यालों में तो ये परफेक्ट प्रोडक्ट है और अभी भी इसमें कुछ कमी है, मैं इसको और परफेक्ट करूंगी. जिस दिन परफेक्ट हो जाएगा ना उस दिन इसको लॉन्च करूंगी. सो देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड परफेक्शनिज्म. Perfectionism is just a myth. Progress is what is important. And I've given you the entire cycle of how progress is achieved in any and every possible industry. With this, I come to the next idea. I'm sure I have a lot of procrastinators also. Who are the procrastinators? जिनके दिमाग में सवाल चलता रहता है, सर व्हाट इफ ये हो गया तो, व्हाट इफ वो हो गया तो, व्हाट इफ मेरा मास्टर भाग गया तो, व्हाट इफ टेलर काम छोड़ के चला गया तो, व्हाट इफ क्लाइंट को फिटिंग नहीं समझ में आई तो, व्हाट इफ मेरा प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में किसी को भी अच्छा ही नहीं लगा तो. व्हाट इफ? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर इन द व्हाट इफ जोन? एनीवन who stays in this what if zone, the procrastination? What if करना तो है कुछ लेकिन कुछ डाउट है अभी कुछ तो, what if हो गया तो? Anyone? Let's be honest, let me work with you. I want your inputs. If you are in that zone, I'll help you out. So don't consider this, in fact not consider, but I would say I'm here as your coach for this entire month to guide you, to really pull you out of the ditches and put you on track. Anyone who has this procrastination? What if? What if ye hua to? What if wo hua to? If you're not, it's brilliant. But in case if you are, the only way out of this procrastination is to always be in action. Always be in action. Sometimes we don't do things because we think, what if this, that, or someone calls me? What if they come here? What if I have to go somewhere? What if this will happen? What if that will happen? I don't know. What if Russia drops a bomb on us tomorrow morning? So should I stop everything? I can't, right? Do we stop living because of what ifs? We don't. So just simply keep taking actions. Now, how many of you struggle to taking actions? Do you struggle to take actions? मतलब मैं रोज प्लान तो बनाती हूँ लेकिन पता नहीं वो प्लान ना कहीं से कहीं चला जाता है. Any one of you who creates plans every day, but वो planning की literally it just dissipates. Firdous says me. Anyone else who's like, I do a lot of planning, I invest a lot of time. कई बार प्लानिंग हम पेपर पे करते हैं, कई बार यहाँ दिमाग में भी करते हैं, राइट? एंड वो प्लानिंग के बाद में पूरा दिन उड़ जाता है, लिटरली, राइट? इट फ्लाइज अवे. So can I give you a hack for this? Do you want a hack how you can really take care of your plans to work for you? No one wants the hack, so let it be. कोई response नहीं आ रहा है, कोई interaction नहीं कर रहा है, so मैं छोड़ देता हूँ. चलो, let's go on to the next step. Yes? Okay, ठीक है, got it. I got your responses now. So let me give you a hack. Let me first ask you a question before I give you a hack. स्कूल में जब थे तब कितना मन होता था कि शायद हम कॉलेज में चले जाएं, ये स्कूल लाइफ ख़त्म हो जाए, बहुत बोरिंग लाइफ है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू ड्रीम्ड दैट? From your school perspective, when you were in the school, you saw your elder sister, cousins and friends who are elder to you, and you're like, यार मुझे ना स्कूल ख़त्म कर दो, मेरे को तो कॉलेज जाना है, कॉलेज में ऐश होगी, मस्ती करेंगे, right? A lot of you would think that. And masti bhi kiya, right? We went to college, we did all that masti and everything, and then your professional life or personal life took another curve. You got married, or you're planning to get married, you had kids, or you're planning to have kids, and your professional life started from there. And after that, have you ever wondered or even told yourself or your friends or family कि यार जब बच्चे थे ना तो ज़्यादा मज़ा आता था? Okay, guys, Shilpa is unable to hear me. Is my voice audible? Give me a thumbs up. Is my voice audible? Am I properly audible? Okay, got it. Shilpa, you need to check your settings. So my question was कि बड़े होने के बाद में कभी ये डायलॉग मुंह से आया कि यार बच्चे थे ना तो बहुत अच्छी लाइफ थी, अभी बहुत बहुत स्ट्रेस है, इतनी सारी चीज़ें हैं लाइफ में और वो कोई भी चीज़ पूरी नहीं हो पाती. How many of you have felt it somewhere or the other? That I have so much on my plate that sometimes I feel my childhood was better than being an adult. It was so much fun. Anyone feels that? Now, if you do feel that, I have a question for you. Why do you think your school life worked? Don't you think in our school life we used to play, we used to do our homework, we used to watch television, we used to go out for outings, we used to study so many subjects, everything just worked out for us. But the moment we entered into the college and after that into the professional life, our life literally started moving out of our hands. Things stopped working for us. A lot of frustration of not achieving the targets, of not meeting the deadlines, somewhere or the other. Now, I'm not talking about professional deadlines. I'm talking about your personal deadlines also. You promise something to your mother or father. You promise something to your spouse or your kids. Or you promise something to yourself. And you could not find time. It just flew away. And that is the frustration that I'm talking about, which kicks in after our childhood. In childhood, we were absolute must, right? No stress at all. And everything was being taken care of. And the reason behind this is what Tara just shared here, is your timetable. We used to have a timetable. We used to stick to a timetable. Do you remember? Getting up at 6 o'clock, even if you are sleepy, even if it is cold or summers, and you still get out of bed, brush your teeth, take a bath, rush to the bus stop, catch your taxi or whatever used to pick you up, or even if your father used to drop you to the school, and everything was in a system and you followed a particular timetable. And when you went to school, you had specific time duration jotted down for every day. Every period was a specific subject. Even after those 4 periods, you used to have 2 breaks in the day. And you used to come back home, have dinner, have lunch, and your mother might have said, beta, have your lunch, and then after that maybe sleep or play, and then please do your homework and study, whatever. It was so much workable, right? And I want to invite each one of you to start creating your timetable from today. Now, exactly the same way. What is the exact way? Divide your day into slots of half an hour each. Not more than half an hour. Why? There is a scientific reason. Why our school hours are not more than half an hour each subject. The scientific reason is that our brain can't process a lot after 20 minutes. It has that retention power only for 20 minutes. Do you remember when during the school time, when your classes used to get over, the teacher transition, one teacher goes, the other teacher comes in, you used to have a 5-minute break, right? It was a unsaid break where you were not doing anything, right? You were playing around, you were giggling, you were talking to your friends, but not studying. That is the time frame that I'm talking about. So when you create your timetable, put half an hour slots. How many of you are going to create a timetable for yourself? How many of you are going to create a timetable for yourself? And I'll tell you a hack also how to keep up with that timetable. Okay? So your first task for today is to create your timetable and share it in the WhatsApp group by tonight. What is that timetable going to be? That is going to be your entire week's timetable. Now, what do I mean by timetable? I don't want you to make a timetable only for your work. I want you to create an holistic timetable. What do I mean by holistic timetable? Where it takes care of everything that is important for you in your life and that you want to achieve. It can be cooking for your family. It can be going out for a walk. It can be exercising. It can be going for a religious, to a mandir or a masjid, whatever you follow. And your specific time for cooking, sleeping, even working on your project, even working on your fashion business. That specific half an hour, that specific 1 hour where you will undividedly work on your dream career. Everything needs to come down into a timetable. Now, for this timetable to work, now some of you may have questioned, ki sir, this particular activity takes more time than the other activities. Simple. Allot 2 periods to that particular activity, or 3 periods, or 4 periods, depending upon the time that you want to invest in one activity. Now, what do I mean by periods? Simply meaning to say you need to work for specifically 20 minutes and then take a 10-minute break. Every 20 to 25 minutes, take a 5 to 10 minutes break and then get back to work. Your mind needs a refreshment. You need to refresh your mind. That small little break is going to help you refresh and then get back to work. Now, a lot of you, okay, so I'm going to share something with all of you, and this is how me and my daughters, everyone in my family works with, and that's called a Pomodoro technique. Now, the Pomodoro word itself means tomato. I don't know what the relevance of the word tomato is with this technique, but this is a timer. Okay, it's a 60-minute timer, and what we do is we set the timer to 20 minutes. Okay, we set the timer to 20 minutes and we concentratedly work on one idea. In between this idea, we don't look at our phones, we don't look at any other thing, we only concentrate on that one job. And once this alarm buzzes, we stop that work. We take a break for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then get back to the next idea or even resume the same work. Now, do you want it to really work further for you? Do you want me to give you something more which is going to help you make it super powerful? Yes? So for that, how many of you are willing to do something more? So that's the buzz, okay? So let me share something very important and strong for you. If you really want to produce results and you want faster results, first of all, create your timetable where you're taking baby steps in every sector that is important to your life. Why am I saying this again and again? Guys, because we've been in this industry for 20 plus years and we know how it gets. You can't ignore your family, you can't ignore your personal life, and you can't ignore your profession. That's why it is important to have a place for everything in your timetable. Some things may take majority of your time, some things will take little of your time, but everything needs to be taken care of. And to make it super powerful and more effective for you, I want you to keep something at stake. Something at stake when you do the work. What do I mean by something at stake? Let me share with you. How many of you love your cell phone? Be honest. How many of you can't live without your cell phone? Be honest, absolutely 100% honest. You go to the loo, then also you take your cell phone, you check. Even before, after wishing everyone good night, you still check your phone. In the morning also you check your phone. Every 1 hour or 2 hours you check your phone. You think like as if the world is going to come to an end if you misplace your phone. So for this, I want you to keep something at stake, to put something at stake. Now, suppose you have put in your, you have to, when you really put in your timetable, and when you know there is a particular task I have been avoiding for very long, and you know I have put in these 2 periods or half an hour to finish this job. For that half an hour or for that duration, put this phone away, give it to your kids or someone in the family, and tell them, I'm going to finish this job. Only after that, I can get this phone. Have you done this with your kids or someone in your family who's younger to you? पहले आप ये काम खत्म करो तभी आपको ये चीज मिलेगी. Do you think that works? It does work, right? It works with everyone. What if, I'm sure some of us like to go for dinners every weekend. Now, within the week, you had 2 very important tasks which you have been avoiding to do. You tell your husband or your family member that you check with me. If I haven't done this particular task, we're not going to go out for dinner. Anything which is really important for you. It's like that Cadbury's chocolate, right? Every kid wants that chocolate. But if it has at stake, they want to work towards it. So put something at stake. Put something very important and dear to you at stake so that you really feel that pinch. Oh my God, if I don't do this, I'm not going to do it. If you are fond of watching television like me, then put the television hours at stake. अगर ये आज का काम खत्म नहीं हुआ तो आज मैं टीवी नहीं देख पाऊंगा, और जितने दिन तक ये काम खत्म नहीं होगा उतने दिन तक मैं टीवी नहीं देखूंगा. That's how I work. I do it for different things. So whatever works with you, look at it and create a timetable and put something at stake so that you are more productive, so that you are driven to really push yourself to do it. How many of you are going to do that? Anyone? Who's going to do that? What are you going to put at stake? With that question, what are you going to personally put at stake? Type that also. Give me an answer. What are you going to put at stake for yourself? Whatever is really near and dear, something, some activity which you think, yaar, iske bina can't survive. I have to do it. I have to have this. So 2 of you are going to do this. What about others? Anyone else who's going to do this? Create a timetable and put something at stake for themselves so that they can produce results consistently on a day-to-day basis and on a weekly basis. Got it? You will not listen to songs if you don't produce. Okay, got it? Wonderful. And as you do this, the next step that I want you to take care of while developing your habits is the results. Look at the results that you produce. Start analyzing the results. So whatever that half an hour gave you on working on the project that you're looking at, be it personal or professional, analyze the result. If that result is moving you closer to your goal, keep at it, which means you are on a success path. But if not, then change the course. Look at what you can change, what you can mutilate, what you can really refine to get onto the right course to achieve what you want to. And on this track, keep analyzing what worked and what did not work for you and your target. The next criteria is very important again, and that is to enjoy. Enjoy the journey. Yes, it's that as simple as that. Enjoy the journey. Celebrate your small wins every day. And I want each one of you to say that I am awesome, because you really are. You're really taking that extra effort in achieving your goals. And on that note, I want each one of you to unmute yourself, and on the count of 3, let's declare out loud that I am awesome. Let's have all of you unmute yourself. Kanak, unmute yourself. Rohini, Shilpa, unmute yourself. On a count of 3. Rohini, unmute. Shilpa, unmute. Okay, brilliant. On the count of 3, we are going to shout out loud, I am awesome. Are you confident of doing that? I know even if you have people at home, that's absolutely fine. You should be proud of yourself. Okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I am awesome. मुझे नहीं सुनाई दिया. Let's go once again.
I am awesome.
1. No, let's go on 3. 1, 2, and 3. I am awesome. अभी ये बताओ, घर वाले कोई सोच रहे हैं क्या कि ये पागल हो गई है? Anyone thinks that? If they think that, that's brilliant. Because let them think like that. You guys are awesome, and I want you to feel that. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy every every step that you take. Okay? So when you do everything, write your small wins every night. Do you write your gratitude list? Anyone who is into gratitude list? Who really thanks God every night that my day went well, my kids studied well, my spouse said I love you, and I was able to contribute to my parents, I was good to this person, and someone really smiled back at me. I was able to achieve the results that I was looking at. Even though it was not 100% result, but at least I was able to move 2% closer to what I want to do. So I want you to write your wins every night before you sleep. What does it really do? So Shilpa, don't only tell it to yourself. Start writing it down. When you write your small wins every night, it simply sets you in a winning mode. Again, guys, this is scientific. There's not some ideas which I have built up all by myself. This is all scientifically proven, and it works for the best of the best in the industry. So start writing your wins, because it is going to set you in a winning mode. And when you are set in a winning mode, you invite more wins. Do I get you? Got it. So now, guys, I shared with you how to develop habits which are going to put you on a success track. Now, I'm also going to share with you why a lot of us don't even reach that success. Should I share that? Now, the lack of these 5 elements is very important for all of you to understand why success is really not achieved by a lot many on this earth. There is a lack of passion. I don't say that you have a lack of passion. You already have passion, that's why you're here. But if you have lack of passion, which translates to lack of a burning desire to create a name in the industry, then success won't come. As simple as that. whenever you face a problem, do you easily give up after a certain time, or are you really desperate to find a solution and get over that problem? If you are on the second side of it, where you're desperate to find a solution and get over the problem, then you have the passion. But if you lack passion, then success is not going to come close. If you have a lack of clear direction, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you really want to create in the fashion industry? If you don't have that clarity, then it's difficult. Now, the next few ideas which I'm going to share are, we have heard about them a lot, and we sometimes practice them, and most of times we even ignore them. But I want you to set the context right for each one of you today so that you're back on track. If you have a lack of discipline, success is difficult. With discipline, I simply mean to say that you need to do whatever it takes each day. And when you do it each day, I want you to answer this question: how can I do it better tomorrow than I did today? That is the discipline that I want from each one of you for your personal goals to be achieved, for you to create a name in the industry. And the next lack is lack of commitment. If you have a lack of commitment, do you think anything can happen? If you're not committed enough to really work on your project, on your personal goals, do you think even attending the most expensive colleges will not help you? Right? So do whatever it takes. Be committed and don't have a lack of it. And the last one is lack of focus. When you have a lack of focus, you really can't concentrate on anything. You need to have that bird's eye view like Arjuna in Mahabharata. You need to concentrate on that bird's eye or the fish eye. You need to have that target in focus. You need to keep practicing, moving forward. You need to be ready, aim and fire. If it doesn't work, again, get ready, aim and fire. Again, get ready, aim and fire. Repeat it till you succeed to achieve that aim, to have that focus in your sight. And obviously, if you're not passionate enough to do anything of these things, then nothing is going to work. Because focus, again, equates to massive power. If anyone is successful at anything, and not just once in a while, but on a consistent basis, a lot of us think that this person might be really lucky, right? If a person really succeeds at something, we think that the person is massively lucky. But they're not lucky, my dear friends. They are focused and consistent. Imagine, I'm sure you've watched a lot of cartoon movies and even some of the English movies. Have you seen that small or a big rock on the mountain top? When at the mountain top, if someone has to roll over that stone, do you think that requires massive effort in the beginning? Yes or no? On the mountain top, there is a boulder, a big boulder. If someone has to roll it down, do you think they have to really push a lot to get it into force, into momentum? Yes, they have to really put in a lot of effort to really roll it down. Initially, बहुत धक्का लगाना पड़ता है, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, कंसिस्टेंटली उसको पुश करते रहना पड़ता है. और जब पुश होने के बाद में, when it starts rolling down, it slowly and gradually picks up the speed. Slowly, it is at the beginning, it's slow, but once it picks the momentum, it takes on massive speed. That is the commitment that I want from all of you. You need. So after it's easy, right? Starting में बहुत ज़्यादा effort है. बहुत ज़्यादा effort है. But after that, it becomes easy. That is what I always want you to consider when you start your fashion journey, when you start your fashion business. Even if you are in the business, probably you're putting the efforts in the wrong direction. I'm going to help you correct it. Okay? But do not worry. Be consistent at your efforts, and everything is going to fall in place. Are we good with that? How many of you agree that is going to happen? If we really push through, it is going to give that impact in our businesses. Because successful people work like that. They are, first of all, crystal clear about what they want. Because the clearer you are about what it is you want, the easier it is to achieve it. Because your brain can figure out how to get there. Let me give you a very basic example. I think you've already heard this example in the cursive illustration workshop. Now, coming back to the Sunday that we wasted, कहीं जाने का कुछ plan बन जाता, कहीं चले जाते और पूरा दिन waste हो गया. Okay. Now, what if on a Saturday night or on a Friday evening, you guys decide, okay, on Sunday morning, I'm talking about from my place because I'm in Delhi. From Delhi, whatever we can achieve on Sunday, I'm going to give you an example accordingly. Okay. So from Delhi, we decide, okay, on Sunday morning, let's go to Agra. Okay. Now, first idea was, let's go out somewhere, let's spend Sunday somewhere and do something about it. That's absolutely vague. But when we boiled it down to something specific, a specific result, a crystal clear idea of what we want to do, we said, okay, fine. On Sunday, this Sunday, let's go to Agra, visit Taj Mahal, and then come back. Now, do you think when I have clarity about what we want to do, on Sunday morning, all of us will be ready at a particular time, we'll be able to leave house at a particular time, go visit Agra and see the Taj Mahal and come back on time? Because the clearer you are about what it is you want, the easier it is to achieve it. Once we had this idea, okay, I want to go to Agra on Sunday morning, my brain starts processing, okay, Sunday को morning में जाना है, I need to get my car tank full. Okay, petrol भरवाना है, air pressure check करना है, let's buy something for the kids to eat on the road. Okay, while traveling, they need some snacks with them. We need to take care of this, we need to take care of that. What all do I need to carry for my entire family? When we reach there, do I have the enough cash in my pocket so that I can buy the tickets and they can look at Taj Mahal and everything? Do you think your brain also starts working like that? Yes or no? Do you think your brain starts working like that? When you have a clear idea what you want to do, when you know what your clear target is, what you want to achieve, your brain automatically starts working. And it is everywhere the same idea. If you have a clear picture of what you want to create in your business, your brain will start figuring out ways of how to get there. And I'm going to show you what are the steps you need to take. Always consider this. Whenever you stand confused in this journey, it simply means you haven't set a clear goal. Because the fuel behind getting to your goal is having a compelling purpose and a reason that will move you forward. Your fuel is what will drive you while you navigate your life's map and your massive action plan on how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Now, on this note, let's take a 5-minute break and come back. Is that okay? Let's take a 5-minute break and come back at exactly 12:30. Okay? And we are going to talk about something important. So have your workbooks ready. Okay? I'm back, guys. Shilpa, can you hear me right now? Shilpa, we had a 5 minute break. So that's why you could not hear or see anything. Am I back on your screen? And guys, are you back? Give me a yes or no. Yes? Brilliant. So, guys, are you really learning something? Till this point in time, have you learned something? Are you enjoying it? Be honest. Are you really enjoying it? And whatever I had to share with you till this point, did this conversation move any needle for you? You think, हाँ यार सेंस तो बन रही है बात की, बात में तो दम है, करना चाहिए इस बारे में कुछ. Yes? Wonderful. So great. Let's move on. And now I would want each one of you to unmute yourself and answer the questions. Okay? Now, let's ask each one of you and answer the questions which we had asked in the WhatsApp group. What is your short-term goal and your long-term goal? Okay, who goes first? Tara, would you want to go first?
Okay, sir.
So let me ask you the question and you can simply answer. Okay. So
Okay.
what's your short-term goal in 2 years and long-term goal in 2 years for your professional life?
In 2 years, I wanted to start my own preschool and my own brand for fashion and kids wear.
Okay. Preschool and fashion brand.
Fashion brand
Did you also say preschool?
and kids wear. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Wonderful. And what about 10 years?
10 years, I wanted to develop my like fancy dress boutique with different character costumes.
Okay, that's creative. Wonderful. So you are very clear about what you want to do. Great. And what is the biggest challenge that you see in achieving these goals as of now?
It's like pattern making is one of biggest challenge for
Okay.
me, and
Got it.
creating new designs and
That's a
research
challenge
work.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And research work. Got it. Got it. And what is your current professional status?
Hello.
Tara, what is your current professional status?
So right now I'm not working, sir. I am a homemaker
Got
right
it.
now.
Got it. Got it. And when we talk about it, so would it be right to say that your area of expertise is kidswear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So within kidswear, uh, could you be a little bit specific? Is it going to be casual wear or ethnic wear or party wear? What exactly do you think is going to be your specialty when we talk about kidswear?
Character costumes, sir. But
Okay.
starting, I just wanted to start with regular wear, like according to the
So what do you mean
seasons.
by regular wear? Is it casual wear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Character costumes and regular or casual wear.
Yes.
Got it. And with your experience, whatever experience you've gone through, what, according to you, is your core strength in view of fashion?
Fashion, like color combinations, like in fabrics, I can do, and shopping is
Okay.
my strength actually. We
Okay.
need so much of patience. What I feel like to select a fabric,
Got it.
and my illustrations,
Okay. Wonderful.
and I can
And
do
what
little bit
accord?
of artwork like embroideries and all.
Wow. Wonderful. So, what, according to you, is your weakness in view of fashion?
Weakness mostly is pattern making, sir. I really wanted to learn pattern making, but
Okay.
yeah, that is my real weakness.
Weakness.
And here and there,
Okay.
I'll lose my confidence here and there because of some confusions and all, like where to. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it. And what is the biggest benefit you see resulting in being a member of this workshop, attending this entire workshop?
Maybe I think it will be obviously my confidence levels may increase
Mm-hmm.
and I can be regular on my work basis.
Got it. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Going to the next person. Who wants to go next? Firdaus, do you want to go next?
Yeah,
So, Firdaus, what is your short term goal
my
in two
thing,
years and long term goal in 10 years for your professional
my
life?
short-term goal in 2 years is like I just have to run the successful business in boutique, whatever the customizing thing I'm doing right now. It's not to that
Mm-hmm.
peak. I'm not able to reach the people out in the town because they are not
Okay.
understanding what concept I have got for them in the town. And
Okay.
another long-term goal is like I just want to make my own branches all over India, preferably,
Okay.
and going
Got it.
online and looking forward to learn about some new technical what we say fashion stores like there is something upcoming called metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is not known now, so there is lot of scope for designers over there, making some
Mm-hmm.
digital designs and presenting for the what we say imaginary world. I'm looking forward
Okay.
for a
Got
long
it.
term thing in that. So I'm
Okay.
here
Got
to
it.
know. Yes, sir.
Right.
Metaverse is something
And
like it is more than this world. Now, upcoming thing
right.
is like it's too much in that. You can be like anything in it. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to become a good digital designer and introduce myself and my own designs over there for selling. And there is that concept what we say like it's a soft designs you are going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be
Right.
including any sort of hard work or you need to present do the business whatever the thing is going on right now will be not in that case. So I'm looking
Okay.
forward for that thing. And this is
Okay. Brilliant.
definitely going on like the thing whatever I'm doing right now is alhamdulillah it's going well, and I want
Mm-hmm.
to polish it up, you can say polish it up
Got it.
more, increase it more because I want to add few more what we say workers, team members, and expand it anyhow.
Okay. I get that.
Ji.
So, what is the biggest challenge that you see in achieving the goals that
A
you've set for
biggest
yourself?
challenge is like the time management is my biggest challenge because
Mm-hmm.
I own an academy, I own a boutique, I have kids, I
Mm-hmm.
have to look after my old father, and I'm the only
Right.
person to take care. And I'm just unable to manage the time because everything is
Okay.
getting disturbed by the calls getting by clients, by the calls getting by students, and the kids
Right.
are getting disturbed. This
Right.
is the drawback what I have. So I need to
Okay.
manage properly because everywhere
Okay.
I am the important person here. I need to be attentive at home, attentive at academy, attentive at boutique. This is what the
Mm-hmm.
major issue I have.
Okay. I get that. So,
Jesus.
do you think applying the timetable and putting things in place for specific durations is going to help
Sure.
you somehow manage and get things on track?
Yes, definitely it's going to help me.
Okay, got it. So now, as I can, so will it be right to say that your professional current professional status is a boutique owner as well as an academy owner, and you're working
Yes, sir.
full time with it?
Yeah, I'm part-time working with real estate too.
Sorry, part time working with the real estate as well.
Yeah, real estate.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Mm.
So, within the fashion domain, what is your area of expertise?
My
Is it
area of
is it
expertise
women's
is like
wear, men's wear, kids wear?
no, I have not limited my own this. I did not limit anything. Whatever customizing work I get, I do it.
Okay, got it. So you don't have any core
Limitations.
speciality to say right now.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm very
Okay.
good at pattern making. Whatever pattern you give, my masters do it very well. And even I'm
Okay,
good at
got it.
shoemaking and whatever
So
the
be it
client
men's wear,
demands.
women's wear, kids wear, you can
Yeah,
pull everything off.
everything off.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now, what according to you is your core strength in view of fashion? Core strength, एकदम
The
सबसे
core
ज़्यादा
strength
strongest
is
point.
yeah. I basically am a learner because whenever I see something new, then I think to learn it and do it. I don't
Okay,
go behind कि अरे मुझसे ये होगा कि नहीं. I don't know. अरे ये इतना
right.
difficult लग रहा है. I don't think like that. मेरा client कोई भी आता है and he present me any difficult complicated design. मैं master बोलता मैडम ये नहीं हो पाएगा. Then I say I'll do it. Get it.
Okay,
तो
got it.
वो मेरा स्ट्रेंथ है कि whatever I get, maybe it is difficult or complicated,
So you
I
can
have the sense to.
deal with any
Yeah,
complicated or any complication within the business. That's
yeah,
your core strength to really deal
yeah,
with any
core strength.
complication in your business.
जी,
Wonderful,
जी.
wonderful. And what according to you is your weakness?
My weakness, as I told you, I can't manage the time. That is the most dragging thing in my life. Because
Okay.
whenever I set the timetable, but there will be a call from home, Mama, come, we need you. And there will be a call from master, Madam, it's very urgent, please come. And from the academy,
Got it.
Ma'am, mass teacher ये नहीं आई है, वो नहीं आई है, आपको ही लेना पड़ेगा class. Then this
Okay.
disturbs everything. I don't
Got
have
it.
a backup plan for this, as everybody is dependent on me. Like
Okay.
everywhere, they are fully dependent on me. That is what I am facing through.
Can I say something more?
Jeez.
Think about it. I'm not going to get into a I don't want you to even give me an explanation or anything. It is just a thought which I want you to ponder over.
Okay.
There are two ideas. Think about it, okay? Probably you have taken too much on your plate.
Yeah.
One.
One. Yeah.
And second is that you don't have specific time for specific job and you are
Sure.
freely available for everyone.
Yeah.
Consider these two thoughts and see if you can do something about it.
Yes. Sir.
And with
Okay,
this,
Khalo Jai.
since you are managing three or four things, different things, from the business perspective, for this is a valid question for everyone who is into different too many things to do. मेरे को ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, इधर से भी पैसा आ रहा है, उधर से भी पैसा आ रहा है, सब तरफ से पैसा आ रहा
जी.
है. I want you to literally now this work is about both logic and magic. Okay, this
Yes.
last question.
Yes.
This last question is,
जी.
when you see your different businesses, which business you need to create two lists. Which business gives you highest earning, and from top 1 to 4 or 5 or 10, okay, 1 to
Yeah.
10, which business gives you the most, then later, then the least, and so on and so forth. And which the second list is, which business on from 1 to 10, 1 is topmost, okay, where your heart belongs, where you really want to, मतलब इसको करने में मेरे को कभी
Do
कोई
it.
तकलीफ हो ही नहीं सकती. I'll enjoy it all through my life. ये दो लिस्ट
Yes.
बना करके अगर टॉप 3 के अंदर में दोनों तरफ चॉइसेस बहुत सिमिलर हैं, सो थिंक, कैन यू इग्नोर द अदर लाइंस ऑफ बिजनेसेस and concentrate only 2 or 3 which you
Yeah.
can really put in your 100% and make it bloom?
Yeah.
Think about it. Okay, I
Yes,
don't
sir.
want any explanation because I'm not going to
Yeah.
eat up time from other participants also, but this is something
Definitely.
for each one of you who's
जी.
going to who's facing this kind of a challenge. कि हमारे पास में इतना कुछ है करने को, because we are creative people, so we never say no to anything. We want to do everything. And
Yes.
that is where our personal and professional life really starts becoming a mess.
Yeah.
So वो mess के लिए कौन responsible है?
Me. Definitely me.
Who's going to clean up that mess?
Me.
And उसके लिए conscious effort किसका चाहिए?
Definitely it's I.
So you have all the answers.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. And so what is that one single benefit that you think you are going to get from this entire workshop that we've just started off today?
Awesome.
What is the benefit that you see?
We as for looking at the class today, definitely all the classes you have taken are very fruitful to us. But ये वाली ज़्यादा fruitful होने वाली है. I personally feel because the
Okay.
way you are approaching us, giving a system to the thing, which is which far we don't think कि हमारे इसमें
Okay.
system आएगा and we'll do something. So organized
Got it.
things make more comfort and more easy job. So that is what
Okay.
you are going to organize the things and give us. We already
Okay.
have some things, but we are not organized one, and we don't have
Got it.
the knowledge as for you have, because you have
Okay.
seen so
Got it.
many students from so many places, so many corners of the place world. So
Right.
you have
Right.
more knowledge. So that is what we are going to get, making you as a media. Like you are going
Got
to
it.
distribute that knowledge to us,
So I
and it
hope
will be
I hope I
definitely a very
justify
good.
I hope I
Yes,
justify your expectations, and I'm not going
Alhamdulillah.
to give you anything. Let me be very clear. I'm not going to give you anything. What I can only do is offer you the best possible options.
Yeah,
Who's going to take action?
we. Yeah,
I can only give you the roadmap. I can
yeah,
only help you to create the roadmap. Who's going
yes,
to walk on that roadmap is you.
we.
I am there to support you to go to your destination.
Yes,
Sounds good?
we are very glad that you
Brilliant.
are here.
Brilliant.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much. So, who goes next? Rohini. Are you there, Rohini? And Kanak? Shilpa, for some reason, I guess her network is a problem. She's dropped off. Kanak or Rohini, who goes next? Can you unmute yourself? Okay, Kanak is here. Kanak, so what we are talking about is I'm asking you the questions what were there in the WhatsApp group. So, what is your short term goal in 2 years' time and long term goal in 10 years' time for your professional life?
In 2 years' time, I want to put all the system at place, so that I'm independent, whatever, however my store runs or how I work. So I see myself in a system,
Okay.
and yeah, operating to maybe one more. I should open up, or what I'm aiming to get into costume designing or something like that. I'm just aiming for that. And in
Okay.
5 to 12 years, what I see, I want to make it a brand, like a big brand. So
Okay.
yeah.
I get that. And what is the biggest challenge that you see in achieving these goals? Is there any big challenge that you perceive?
So right now with me is a financial constraint, obviously, because wherever I am today and whatever I'm doing is by my own thing. I worked,
Okay.
earned money, and then started my own business, and so something like that. And this Corona had hit it hard, so I have a girl child, so I have to take care of her as well.
I get that.
Constraint is the
Uh,
financial constraint.
yeah,
Yeah. So my business
your
needs
voice dropped
investments
off.
right now. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I feel two things here to put system at place. is the second part. The first is the financial constraint where I need to invest in the right manner, in the right way, in the right
Right.
collection. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that's there. That's your biggest challenge. And so currently you have a store, or are you planning to open up a store? What is your current professional
I have
status?
I have a store, sir. So I'm running that store since 5 years in Dehradun. So a friend of mine, but unfortunately in 3 months only she passed away. So, I had to handle everything then on my own. So initially I have done my jewelry designing ka course and I started my career with that. I have done fashions as well. So it was a 1 year diploma course, but I got married after that and, I could not pursue my fashion thing. So I got a chance to study again and I did my jewelry thing. And, fortunately I got through campus selection. And since then it was no looking back. So now after
Okay,
I opened up my store, my friend was into clothing, and I was completely into jewelry. So it was a jewelry and a clothing, this thing. She was into exports. But after she passed away, so because I was a designer and people liked my design, so started with clothes as well. So people started
okay,
loving it. So now in jewelry, people already know me. Clothing I have already started, like since last 4 years, three years, you will say that, I'm doing clothing and people are loving my styling. So I need to expand
okay,
it in a right manner and to reach the
right,
right kind of clientele. So this is my objective.
okay,
Yeah.
got it. So, what is your area of expertise? Just go as detailed or specific as possible. Is it menswear, kidswear, women's wear? What exactly do you specifically specialize in?
So we are doing women's wear at present. We do kids wear also, whatever, and whatever we get, we do it. And we're planning to launch a men's collection as well. So we have started already with the men's wear. Yet mostly what we have done, we started our thing with the women's wear, but now we are coming into
Okay,
men's wear as well.
okay. So, would it be right to say that you pick up any work that is under women's wear, be it Indian, ethnic, or Western, or bridal, whatever comes your way, you do that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and same is the case with kidswear, and similarly, you would want to venture into menswear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, got it, got it. So, what according to you is your core strength in view of fashion?
Yes, sir, 1 second, sir, 1 second.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, Rohini, are you around? Because we would like to interact with you as well. Rohini, can I have a yes in the chat box so that I know you are present and you'll be available to interact with us?
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Okay,
sir, I'm charged. My laptop was not charged, so I had
no
to run
problem.
to get the charger. Yeah.
No problem. Okay, got it. So, my question was, what is your core strength in view of fashion?
Core strength, when you talk about, is your specialization, or
Your core strength. Are you good with colors? Are you good with shapes? Are you good with fabrics? What exactly? One thing that naturally just top of your head comes to you naturally. It's like your core strength. In the middle of the night also, if someone talks to you about fashion, this is something which will automatically pop up in your head. The very first
I think
idea or strength.
I think I like styling. I like styling. I like designing
Okay.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay. So styling,
I
can
think
I say styling is
styling.
your core strength?
Yeah, you can say that. Like, I'm good at it.
Got it. And
I
what is
feel
your weakness in view of fashion?
weakness in fashion. Maybe at this point of time, if I talk about my weakness, I think I'm not educated enough because I did only 1 year diploma course, I think fashion has tremendously grown over years, and new courses and new techniques and new trends, keep on coming and reviving. So that is the reason I've started with all these short courses to keep myself up to dated, so that I don't
Okay,
miss a chance anywhere, and I keep on learning new stuff and new things. So I feel my
got it.
weakness is there. Yes, if I say myself as a fashion designer, I need to be updated, and with the skill set and techniques and whatever fabrics, machines and everything is coming. So I feel that.
So would it be right to say, if I have to say, that you feel that you're not 100% competent and time relevant? Is that what you're saying?
You can say maybe I'm
100%
not.
competent and time relevant to current times.
Yes, you
I'm
can
not
say that
updated
because
with what's happening in the market, the kind of new things that have come up. So, what I can really understand is that you feel I don't have 100% competency to what is available in the market as of today. I'm not time relevant.
you can say that because in 1 year course it's a very short course, and I've done many years ago,
I
where
get that.
now the
I get
fashion
that.
has
I
revived.
get that.
So
Which year was that?
yeah, so
Which
I
year was
feel
that?
I've left. I did it in 97,
Okay, got
97,
it.
98.
No worries. You're in the right place. Don't worry
I
about
was
it.
a child, and I
And
was a topper there, but I couldn't
okay,
pursue it.
okay.
Yeah.
No worries. So don't worry, you're in the right place, and I'm sure most of your issues will be done and over with for your lifetime. And the last question is, what is that biggest benefit that you see resulting in by being a member of this particular workshop?
I am looking forward to gain knowledge in terms of costume. As a costume designer, I want to enter into Bollywood. This is my, the next step. What I want to, besides my
Okay,
store. So I want to be renowned. I want to be a renowned designer in the industry.
okay, got
So
it,
this is what I want to get
got it.
into.
I understand that. Thank you so much for sharing this, Kanak. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much. Thank you so
So,
much.
Rohini, even though you are traveling, can I still ask you to answer the questions? Rohini, I know you're traveling. Can I still ask you to answer the questions?
Hello, sir. Actually,
Yes,
I'm
Firdous.
traveling and there is
Sorry,
no proper network coverage. Hello.
कोई बात नहीं, जितना
I'm
नेटवर्क आएगा हम उसमें भी समझ लेंगे.
uh, actually traveling with
Okay?
family.
You're traveling with family, so your family doesn't know that you have dreams for
Yeah.
your profession?
No. Some guests as well. That is the reason.
Okay, some guest is there. So would you definitely answer these questions as I conduct the session?
Yeah,
Can
I'll
you answer
forward
these
it to you.
questions in the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, sure. Definitely, I will
Okay,
do
so we
that.
are waiting for your answers. We'll definitely want to go through that as well. Okay, got it, Rohini. So let's go on to the next part of this session today. Okay. Now, guys, let's understand something which is very important. How many of you have heard of this word, this term called vision and mission of a company? Have you heard of this term? Companies have vision and mission. Yes, no, maybe. Now, a mission statement defines the company's business, its objectives, and its approach to reach those objectives. A vision statement, what I said right now was about the mission. Now I'm talking about the vision. The vision statement describes the desired future position of the company. Now, elements of mission and vision statements are often combined to provide a statement of the company's purpose, goals, and values. The mission simply means the reason of you and your company's existence. The mission captures the soul, the essence of why, what brand have you created and what are you going to create, and what that company is going to create for your audience. Now, the mission statement, it's like a guiding star on the horizon, is the description of the route. The mission could last 100 years. It's forever pursued but never reached. Have you looked at the North Star? When the travelers used to look at the North Star and travel in that direction? The mission statement gives you the direction for you to work towards. Are you following me? It gives you a direction to follow. It guides and inspires you and each and every one in your company, in your brand. It simply means, what do we stand as a company and why do we even exist in the industry? The mission, once you really define that right mission for yourself, this never changes. Let me give you an example. Have you heard of the brand called IKEA? IKEA, the brand which manufactures furnitures. The IKEA brand, their mission statement says to create a better everyday life for many people. So do they do that by creating simpler furniture which people can just simply take back and even fix themselves? It is not a complicated stuff. So they make everyday life for masses, many people as masses, simpler and easier. There is a brand called Nordstrom. It's one of the biggest, I would say, fashion aggregators who really stock all the famous designers in the world. And it's one of the biggest companies, Nordstrom. Now, the Nordstrom's mission statement says to give customers the most compelling shopping experience possible. People who have shopped from this particular place called Nordstrom, they swear by the services that they provide. Even if you have to spend little money with them, they make sure that the customer experience is out of this world. The customer feels comfortable enough to shop again and again and again, and that is their mission statement. Now, the vision statement. Why do we do what we do in the company, in our brand? Practices that move in alignment with the mission to stimulate change and creates a vivid goal. The vision statement conveys a sense of concreteness, something vivid and real. It's like a dream, hope, or an aspiration. The vision statement is like painting a picture of your envisioned future. What we aspire to become, to achieve, to create. And this vision statement, once arrived, may change in 10 to 30 years, not before that. Now let me share vision statement of something called Disney. Have you heard of Disney? We have all consumed Disney products, right? All the movies, all the entertainment, everything from Disney. So Disney's vision statement says to entertain, inform, and inspire people around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, reflecting the iconic brands, creative minds, and innovative technologies that make ours the world's premier entertainment company. Similarly, for Facebook, the vision statement for Facebook is connect with friends and the world around you on Facebook. Do you think they are doing that? Facebook is doing everything to live by their vision. They are creating metaverse, as what Firdous just shared, right? They're creating metaverse so that the entire world can connect within that virtual reality. They bought WhatsApp, they bought Instagram, they have all the leading platforms under Facebook, which is to connect friends and the entire world around you on their platform. Do you think they are really living up to their vision? Now, if they didn't have this vision, no one would really work on it. Now, the vision and mission are to maximize the results of your life and maximize your sense of fulfillment and joy. Now, I want you to write down what's most important to you as an outcome through your product for your clients. Listen to this carefully. What's most important to you as an outcome through your product for your clients? What is the result that you want to really give them? Don't get into the what ifs and sir abhi samajh mein nahi aa raha. Whatever comes to your mind, state it down on your journals or the workbook, wherever you want to do it. Once you've written that, it can be one word, it can be a sentence, it can be 2 sentences. Once you've done that, just type in done. What is the most important, or what is most important to you as an outcome? The result that your product creates for your consumer. What is the most important? Done? Tara says done. What about others? What's most important to you as an outcome that your product produces for your end consumer? What is that most important result or outcome that your product produces for your end consumer? Don't be confused. Whatever is coming to your head, just note it down. Don't think कि सबसे अच्छी वाली सुंदर वाली लाइन आएगी ना तब लिखूंगी. वो सुंदर वाली लाइन बाद में आएगी. पहले गंदी वाली लाइन आएगी. Write in the गंदी वाली line. Okay? Whatever your thoughts are. If you've written that, just type in done so that I can give you the second part of the question. And don't worry, guys, remember, version 1 is better than version none. So whatever you're writing is your version 1. And can you refine it? Absolutely yes. You can refine it and make it better. Let's start with that.
Come up with the question.
Should I give you the question
Hello?
again?
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
Okay. So the question is, what is most important to you as an outcome through your product for your end consumer?
Through a product to your end consumer.
Through your product for your end consumer. What is the most important outcome that you see resulting from your product for your end consumer? Firdous, are you done? Okay. And in case if you are involved in too many businesses, let me also help you. Work on your fashion business. Okay? When you're answering these questions, work on your fashion business. If you have a boutique or a brand that you want to develop, whatever questions I'm giving you, first work with one business. Don't apply it to every business and then see ki isme. You'll be all messed up. Don't be messed up. Work with one at a time. Are we done? Can I give you the second part? So the second part is whatever result that outcome that you have written. Why is it important to you? Whatever result that you thought is important for you as an outcome to your end consumer through your product. Why is it so important to you? It is important to me because or is it is important for me because once you've written that second part, just give me a thumbs up or give me a done so that I can go ahead. Okay, Rohini says done, Kanak says done, Firdous and Tara. I'm waiting for your done as well. Done? Brilliant. So guys, what you've just written, this will, if you read it again, you can refine it on the go. But if you read it carefully, if you refine it and read it again and again, this is going to give you the juice to move forward towards realizing your dreams. This is your vision, what you want to create for your people. If you've got a strong enough reason and a strong enough purpose, you will figure out how to pull it off. What is that I'm talking about? The result that you produce is the reason that you want to be in the business. And why you want to produce that result for your consumer is your purpose. Why should my consumer experience this service? Is your purpose for the business. Refine it on the go. It is just a version 1. Initially, has any one of you really worked on this before? No, this is the first time that we are working on. Yes, so I want you to refine it. Got it? So that's our first step. The first step towards focus and achieving the realization of your vision, to ask yourself 3 questions in a specific sequence on a consistent basis. Adding to what we just did, I'm going to give you 3 more questions which is going to help you refine. This gave you the basic structure. Let's work on additional questions. Now, some of these questions have multiple parts, so don't be confused. I'm going to let you know what you need to consider. Now, it should be result oriented or purpose driven. And then once you understand that it has a result, it has a purpose, then make a massive action plans towards achieving it. Now, the very first question is, what do I really want? What's the outcome that I'm after within my brand? What's the specific measurable result? Because the more precise it is for you, the stronger it is. For example, for a very basic example, there is a massive difference between 2 of these statements which I'm going to share with you. A lot of us want to lose weight, right? We want to lose weight or we want to gain weight or whatever it might be. But there is one dialogue which says, I want to lose weight. That's it. And the other dialogue or the other statement is, I want to lose 15 pounds in the next 3 months. What is stronger? What has a stronger purpose and result? The specificity. How specific are you for your goals? What do you really want to achieve? I want to be successful. But what is that specific goal that will make you happy and feel successful? I would feel successful if I lose 15 pounds within the next 3 months. That's very specific. Now, when I have specific results, do you think my actions are also going to be specific to reach that goal? Right? I want to have 50 lakh rupees as a saving in my bank account. or I want to have savings in my account? What is stronger? I want to have 50 lakh rupees saved, or I want to have some savings. Specific number, right? Now, when I say I want to have 50 lakh rupees saved, and if I say I want to have 50 lakh rupees in my savings account within the next 3 years, can I do something about it specifically? Can I be now consistent towards achieving that 50 lakh goal within the next 3 years? I'll do something about it, right? I may put in an EMI, or I may put in an auto debit from my current account going into my savings account every month. Or I may do certain FDs or mutual funds, or buy something or the other which will translate into 50 lakh rupees within the next 3 years. So that's the power of having a purpose and clear goal, a measurable goal. Now, what is my purpose? That's your second question. What are my reasons? Why is this not just a should, but a must for me? The emotional quality of purpose makes what you will do not only sustainable, but even powerful. What is the cause behind it? Why do you really want to be in the fashion industry? What is it that really makes you drive? What's your purpose? See, all of you said money is a byproduct, right? So definitely money is not your driving force. There is something else. And that is a question I want you to answer for yourself. What is your core purpose? Why do you really want to create this name in this industry? Why are you driven towards it? And the third question is, what do I need to do? What's my massive action plan in achieving this result? Not just one or two things. Brainstorm a bunch of ideas. What are all the possibilities so I can later decide which one has the maximum power to really produce the same result or even better results? So what today I want you to do after the session is over is I want you to work on this workbook. You have certain questions there. You have certain, I would say, activities which we have already discussed in the session. I want you to set them into motion. Start working on them. Are you going to work on them? Yes, no, maybe. सर हाँ बहुत मन तो बहुत है सर, लेकिन टाइम नहीं मिलता सर. मैं बहुत बिजी हूँ, मेरे पास इतना काम है सर, आप जानते नहीं हो. I know, but that's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. You want to sort that out for yourself. You want to look at the big picture. You want to look at your specific goals. Consider that you're already handling too many things which are not even required. Your concentration is so divided that you are unable to even see what is most important for you. I think most of us have kids here. Is that correct? Yes? Almost all of us have kids here. When we have kids, I'm sure your kids, some of you had the examinations last month, some of them are having the examination this month, but the examination month has just been there, right? So when there is maths ka exam, so would you tell your kid कि मैथ्स के एग्जाम से पहले आप हिंदी, इंग्लिश, साइंस सारे सब्जेक्ट्स एक साथ पढ़ लो, और वुड यू से कि नो, concentrate on maths for the good amount of time for the next 3 days. Once you've done this, then concentrate on the next subject? What do you do? Do you ask them to do everything together? And even if it is everything together, majority किस चीज का होता है?
No,
What's your
maths.
big goal? Your big
Weakness.
goal immediate is to get that one subject clear जिसका एकदम अभी deadline आने वाला है, right? So what's your deadline? Are you going to work till you are 80 years old and you're still managing everything together? Or what do you want to achieve first? Is that list I'm talking about, which I shared with Firdous, right? which business do you really want to excel in? Are you really putting in that kind of a concentration, that kind of an effort, which should really translate into success, measurable success? Till this point in time, a lot of us are not even clear what is that measurable success that we are running after. We have some certain hypothetical ideas. Success, when I'll be free. What is that number that will make you free? After that you'll say कि हाँ हो गया मेरा ये benchmark था, I've crossed this benchmark. अभी मेरे को कोई stress नहीं है, हो गया. अब इसके आगे में I can set another target to achieve. Right? So that is what I want you to do. Don't spill your energies on everything. Concentrate one thing at a time. I know a lot of things are very important for you. But even on that list, you have your top 3 priorities, which you already know कि अगर ये 3 नहीं किया ना तो लाइफ में डिससैटिस्फैक्शन आ जाएगा. So start from there. Okay? And definitely work on this. What's your purpose to be in this field of fashion? Why do you want to really excel in this particular field? Why do you do what you do? Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I'm going to even recap on what we did and even give you some more questions. So before I go there, I would want to ask you, what's your biggest learning from the session till now? Kanak, what's your biggest learning from the session till now?
I think we need to be visible, accessible,
Okay.
and what more? Perfection is a myth, as you said. Perfection is a myth. You know, it is a progressive thing, and we keep on learning, and we need to
Right.
make a timetable for ourselves. You know, balancing each and every relation and work and everything. You know, we need to take out time for everything, and we need to
Right.
have a two-year vision and 5 to 12 years vision. Where do we want to see ourselves in life? You know,
Okay. Okay.
so I spoke about, you know, while talking to you only, I came to know about my weakness. So मतलब मैं ये सोच रही
Okay.
थी जब आपका question मैंने देखा कल कि what is a weakness, I was thinking कि क्या weakness
Got it.
क्या है समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, लेकिन आपसे बात करते करते ना I got my weak, find lacking myself, you know, I need to update myself there. And yes, I came to know about my core strength as well, you know. And yes, the product line, as जब आपने questions पूछे हमसे, so what product line you know is important and उसका outcome क्या है, so we came to know all about it. So this is what
Okay, great. So what are you now most excited about?
I am more
क्या
excited.
चीज करने में, कौन सा एक्शन लेने में सबसे ज्यादा एक्साइटमेंट अंदर से फील हो रही है? जो भी चीजें अभी आपने बोली उसमें से कौन सी 1-2 चीजें हैं जिसको सोच के ही एक्साइटमेंट हो रही है कि यार ये तो मेरे को करना ही है, अभी से आज से करना है? व्हाट आर यू रियली एक्साइटेड अबाउट?
मुझे वही है टाइम टेबल, आई ट्राई टू यू नो टाइम टेबल में एडजस्ट करना, एंड जैसे व्हेन आई
सॉरी,
गिव
आई
माय
डिडंट गेट दैट वर्ड. उससे पहले क्या
टाइम
वर्ड यूज किया आपने टाइम टेबल से पहले?
जस्ट
सॉरी.
एडजस्ट
No, no, there was a
टाइम
3-letter
टेबल,
word that you used.
did I?
Yes, you
I
did.
don't.
So
अच्छा
guys,
टाइम
अच्छा, कितने लोग न्यू ईयर्स पे अपना मैनिफेस्टेशन लिस्ट बनाते हैं? कितने लोग बनाते हैं? अच्छा,
हाँ मैंने
मैनिफेस्टेशन लिस्ट नहीं बनाते, मंदिर में जाके मन्नत मांगते हैं, मस्जिद में जाते हैं, धागा डोरी सब चीज़ बांध के आते हैं. कुछ ना कुछ करते हैं ना. कभी कोई वो कपड़े में नॉट लगाते हैं, समथिंग और द अदर, राइट? व्हाट डू वी डू? We put in our 100% faith in something and then just let it go, and the magic starts working. But the minute we start doubting it,
डाउटिंग
पता नहीं होगा या नहीं होगा, बोल तो रहे हैं लेकिन गॉड नोज. मेरे साथ तो कभी नहीं हुआ बिकॉज आपने कभी 100% बिलीफ रखा ही नहीं, राइट? सो स्टार्ट बिलीविंग इन योर सेल्फ. Have your 100% faith in what you are doing. Don't doubt yourself. What is going to happen to what you just said? I try making timetables and never and always fail because you think of that one day of unproductiveness, so called unproductiveness, as a failure. I can't do it today, I will never be able to do it ever. Can you consider this? That it did not work out today. Can I align myself tomorrow morning again? आज सुबह का 3 घंटा मेरा इस चीज के लिए अलाइन था, ये नहीं हो पाया तो अब मेरा पूरा दिन खराब हो गया. नो, कंसिडर ये 3 आवर्स, ये 3 आवर्स मैं नहीं कुछ कर पाई, सो नेक्स्ट इसके बाद में 2 बजे बाद 3 बजे बाद का जो मेरा स्लॉट्स हैं वो मैं पूरे करके और कल सुबह जो ये 3 घंटे के काम थे मैं वापस इन पे वापस आ सकती हूँ. सो डू नॉट कंसिडर योर unworkability or your breakdowns as a failure. It's just a breakdown. On our journey also, on our life journey also, रास्ते में टायर पंक्चर होता है, पेट्रोल खत्म हो जाता है, कोई कार का पार्ट टूट जाता है. That doesn't mean it's the end of the journey. It's just a simple breakdown. Fix that breakdown and start moving ahead. At least what is important is we are on the right track, we are on a timetable, we stumble and we come back to that timetable again and again. अभी टाइम टेबल बनाया सुबह 6 o'clock उठने का, वीकेंड पे पार्टी कर लिया और मंडे को 6 o'clock नहीं उठ पाए. व्हाट डज दैट मीन? मेरी लाइफ खत्म है, आई एम अ फेलियर? नो, इट सिंपली मीन्स आई हैड अ ब्रेक डाउन येस्टरडे, उसका रिपल इफेक्ट में मैं मंडे को नहीं उठ पाया. What am I going to do today? Monday ko I will sleep on time and Tuesday I am back on track. That's what life is. Life is not only about achievements. Life is also about learning from our breakdowns and failures and starting from there. So do not consider timetables. You are a failure with timetables. It's just a breakdown. You just need to go back on the loop and keep coming back to the loop because that loop is our way to success. Does that sound good, Kanak? And does it make sense for each one of you? Brilliant. So, Firdous, what's your biggest learning from today? What is your biggest learning and what are you really excited about?
Yeah, I'm very excited about the course. It's going as like
कोर्स
बहुत सी
नहीं,
चीजें हैं.
आज जो मैंने बताया
हाँ,
उसमें
आज
से
जो
एक
आपने
चीज के लिए
बताया,
बहुत
जी जी.
एक्साइटेड हो.
Actually, आज जो आपने बताया है, I got to know myself.
ओके,
I
वंडरफुल.
was ignoring
मतलब
like whatever.
एक दिन में ही अंतर
अपने आप
ज्ञान
को मैं जान लिया.
आया.
या
मतलब आई
अपने
आई
आप
थिंक
को.
आई थिंक मैं अभी नेशनल स्पीकर लेवल पे जा सकता हूँ फिर तो. थैंक यू सो मच
Exactly,
गाइस.
you can go. Alhamdulillah. And the thing is like, I did not even bothered कि क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. कि I wasn't knowing any relative things कि मैं किस चीज के वजह से I'm just going on ये सारा मेसी चीज लेकर के ढो करके अपने बदन पे चल रही हूँ. But आज मुझे पता चला because of the system I need to create. Whatever I
राइट
wake up like I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I
राइट.
sleep at
ओके.
11:30. But there is no
वाओ.
system. There is no system. That is
एंड यू आर
why
सुपर
there is so
एग्जॉस्टेड.
mess. Yeah, super
24 आवर्स
exhausted.
यू आर मेंटली एग्जॉस्टेड
Exhausted, even frustrated, and even thinking yourself
एंड यू
like
कांट
I
इवन
can't do
एक्सप्रेस दैट
anything.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन ऑन अदर्स.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I maybe because I'm not worth doing anything. This is
राइट.
after all doing it well, I feel like it's not up to my mark, and it is not the
राइट.
right thing what I'm going in. So now I understood
गॉट
that
इट.
system doing in a time and valuing the time is important here. If I'm not on the
एग्जैक्टली.
time, then definitely the things are going to be very messy, and it's not going to even it's not going in a proper way. It will mess everything, the home, the workplace, the academy, or whatever the work I'm doing. It won't be systematically done, and I'll be not
राइट.
satisfied anyhow.
गॉट इट. गॉट इट.
Mhm.
I get that, Firdaus. I'm so grateful that you got something from the session today and you're going to apply it. Now, on this note, I'm going to share a simple analogy with all of you. कभी कभी imagine कभी कभी हमारी तबीयत खराब होती है ना, बॉडी एक
Yeah.
हो रहा है, फीवरिश लग रहा है, और हम वो फीवर के साथ में कंटिन्यूसली, बॉडी एक है, फीवर भी है, और उसके लिए हम अपनी ड्रॉर में से निकाल के कोई एक मेडिसिन खा लेते हैं, उससे एक थोड़ा सा रिलीफ मिल जाता है, और वो सिम्टम्स बार बार आते रहते हैं, राइट? वो प्रॉब्लम हमारे साथ चल रही है, एंड वी थिंक कि ऐसे ही कुछ हो रहा होगा, एंड वो प्रॉब्लम बिल्डअप होती जाती है, एंड वन फाइन डे वी गो टू द डॉक्टर, एंड डॉक्टर को आप सारे चेकअप करा के पूरा डायग्नोसिस करवा के डॉक्टर बोलता है कि आपको ऐसे ऐसे ये पेट की प्रॉब्लम है, या ये ऐसा कुछ प्रॉब्लम है। अभी तक हमें ये नहीं पता था कि हमारे को ये फीवर आ क्यों रहा है, राइट? या बॉडी एक हो क्यों रही है, बट एक डॉक्टर के पास जाके डायग्नोसिस करा के हमें पता चल जाता है कि एक्चुअली में ये फीवर सर्दी की वजह से नहीं आ रहा है, ये पेट में कुछ इन्फेक्शन चल रहा है, उसकी वजह से बाहर फीवर दिख रहा है, राइट? होता है ना ऐसा? या कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम होती है कि उसका हमें सिम्टम्स तो दिख रहे हैं बट रीजन नहीं पता चलता। बट अब जब हमें वो कोर रीजन पता चल जाए कि हमें सिम्टम्स आ क्यों रहे हैं, तो क्या हम उसके लिए कुछ कर सकते हैं? कैन वी डू समथिंग अबाउट इट? If we really get to know what is the reason behind our frustrations, behind our so-called non-productivity, behind why we can't achieve anything, if we know the reason, the root cause behind it, now can we do something about it? Now can we take a medication to resolve those problems? Yes or no? Do you think we can do something about it? Now we've understood? Yes? Brilliant. So that is what we are doing. First of all, to even identify what is the core problem. If we don't even know what the core problem is, how are we going to resolve it? So that's a brilliant thing that you guys are on track and you're getting what is really required. And on that note, let me invite Tara. Tara, what's your biggest learning from today's session?
Hello,
Yeah.
sir, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, today actually, like I like this, like success should become a habit. That is the one thing which I have liked. So till now, I don't have a habit of writing a journal. So I'll make
Okay.
each and every like success of my daily life,
Right.
and
Got
developing
it.
some more habits and enjoying my journey in like developing my creativity.
Okay.
And
Brilliant.
we have learned about lack of 5 elements.
Got it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Tara.
And yes, sir. And I liked to make like vision and mission statements. I like the most, like
Okay.
which will be applicable in even in our professional life.
You know what? The vision and mission statement. You can even create a vision and mission statement for your family. And it
Okay.
works. It definitely works. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Tara. Rohini, would you be able to share something, takeaway from your session today? Just type it in the chat box if you will be able to unmute and share. If no, then we'll go ahead. Okay, got it. Thank you for confirming that, Rohini. So now, one takeaway lesson which I want each one of you to remember and apply on a day-to-day basis with any and everything that you do in your professional or personal life is that version 1 is better than version none. Just be in continuous action of producing, of working towards it and putting it out. Whatever we did today is for you to prepare the soil for thriving success as a fashion designer. What I want you to do is now set a goal, have your burning desires, and chase that dream. Because in the upcoming sessions, I'm going to help you identify your target market, finding who your client profile is. This is what we are going to do in some of the upcoming sessions. You have a session tomorrow morning for which I want you to personally, listen to me carefully, personally share your email ID and mobile number to my personal number on my personal window. Okay, I'll give you an access of the online section where you will have to access your tomorrow's session at 11 o'clock. It is going to be approximately 1.5 hour session, and I want you to definitely do this because every session, now guys listen to me carefully, every session has a relevance and there is a specific reason for the entire flow. Don't think I'll miss this Saturday session and maybe follow it up on some other day in the next week. Your flow will break. Don't do that. Okay, so invest this time. We are here for a month to really crack this together. Okay, now I have some assignments for you. Now, write a definite and concrete goal. I want to lose weight, or I want to lose 15 kgs weight in 3 months. Okay? I want you to define what your concrete goal is going to be. So I don't know what perfect goal nahi pata. Are I'm not looking for perfectionism. We are not looking for perfectionism. We want to create our version 1 today. Write your burning desire on an A4 paper, and that too in bold handwriting. And then do what with it? Paste it in front of your bed so that every morning when you get up, you get to look at it. Do you want me to show you how my vision board looks like? I and Rolly, we have a common vision board. Do you want me to show you the vision board? Yes, no? No one is interested? Let me see if I can get hold of it. Yes? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll just ask someone to get it. It's mounted on the wall. So someone is going to arrange to get the vision board here. And I want you to really look at it. We go granular on these things. And it really works. We've been doing it for years. And it works for us. Everything doesn't work right away. It takes time. And yes, it is going to take some time for you as well. But to have a clear vision of what you want to create is of utmost importance. Okay? Now, while you're doing this, I have certain questions for you, where I want you to answer them for yourself and for me and your other fellow participants to know. And the questions are, why am I in this industry or business? Why am I in this industry or business? What problem do I primarily solve for my clients? What problem do I primarily solve for my clients? And how will I deliver value to my clients? What is my sales revenue in 2 years' time and 10 years' time? How much money is really coming in? What's my annual net profit going to be in 2 years' time and 10 years' time? And what do I do myself in the company in 2 years' time and 10 years' time? Don't worry if you have missed these questions writing them down. Don't worry, I'm sure you must have checked that these questions are already there in your workbook. So start filling them today. And start filling them today doesn't mean that you're going to take an entire week to finish it off. It is hardly going to take half an hour to maximum 1 hour of your precious time for your professional and personal growth. So put in that time today itself and finish it off. Share your timetable, what your timetable is going to look like. I don't want you to update your timetable on a daily basis. Create a 1 week timetable and share that timetable by the end of day today. Write your vision and your mission statement, your very first draft, your very first version of it. Why? Because, as I said, version 1 is better than version none. And say this to yourself as often as possible, that I am awesome, because each one of you is awesome. Because what you're going to create is going to make the world a better place. So, yes, you are super special. And ask a question: does this align whatever you're doing on a day to day basis, whatever activities that you involve yourself in? Whenever you get onto a new task, ask this simple question: does this activity or new task that I'm getting into, does this really align with my mission for the business, for my professional career? And does this work going to help me move towards my vision? This is what I want each one of you to do. Are you going to do that? Yes, no, maybe. And I'm going to share with you my, in fact, not, I should not say my, I will show our vision board. Okay, how do we create it? So we've created one vision board till 2025. Okay,
क्या हाल चाल?
can I show that to you?
बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया.
Okay, so here it is, guys. This is our vision board. Can you see that? This is our vision board. This has our personal life here. Complete personal life. This we created in the year 2020. It has landmarks for 22, 22, 21, 22 and till 25. Can you see the year 25? So this is all what we want to achieve. This is about the professional life that we want to achieve in these 5 years. The personal and the professional. Why? Because both of them are not different than what you are. Okay, so yes, it definitely works for each one of us. Are you inspired to do something about it? Yes or no? Are you really willing to take charge of your life, your personal and professional life? Seriously? Yes? So let's do it. Let's do it this time. And let's be consistent with it. Because this discipline and consistency with the right actions is starting to produce results. We need to move that boulder from the hilltop. And at this point of time, we really need to put in the right amount of extra energy, every possible energy bit that is required. So that is all from me for today for each one of you. I hope you enjoyed your first session with me and you're going to be consistent with it. Take care of your internet connection. Be on time exactly at 11 a.m. And for tomorrow's session, I'm going to request you to send your personal email ID as well as mobile number on my personal window so that I can add you on the back end of the online portal. Okay, please share that with me so that I can give you. And now for tomorrow's session, the Saturday session, there is going to be a printout that you need to take. That's a single sheet printout. I'm going to share the file with you. Take a printout, and while you attend that recorded session, there will be ideas which I want you to note down and get ready with it. And again, like some of you already have a boutique, you already have a business, still go ahead and write it. You're going to discover something new for yourself. That's my promise. Okay? So thank you so much, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Yes, Kanak, you want to ask something?
Can I see a mood board? What you made once more? The
Mood board.
the
It's
board.
not a
Yeah.
mood board. It's a vision board. It's a vision board for our life, for our family. So that's our vision board. So we made it in 2020 December 31st.
This is
And
with
it
your
followed through
family. Family and
First
everything,
January.
huh?
That's my family. That's the kind of house we want. What all do we want to really experience in our life? What kind of businesses that we want to create? It
Hmm.
has passive
Digital
income, active
vision.
income, digital market, everything, everything. So that's about fashion design secrets.
Excited. So, so is it about coming up with your own institute or a college or something like that?
Yes, we want to do that, and we want to only keep it virtual. And we've started that, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 of course.
See, with God's grace and I would say cooperation with participants like you, we've already crossed 1,000 participants.
And you're
With
doing
1,000 participants, and in our creative DNA, we have already crossed 120 students
wow.
within a year's time. So that's a great achievement for us. So, and we look forward at creating more and more courses, creating more and bringing on more, I would say, experts on board who can give what our tribe really requires. So that's a vision. We really have this vision. I'll be very honest. In 2 minutes, I would want to share is that both of us, we graduated from one of the topmost university in India. Okay,
Nift,
we
no?
did we did an entire course. We've topped the university. We've got awards in pattern making, garment construction, creative collection, this or that. So some of the awards are with Roli, few of the awards are with me. Both of us were amongst the top 3 students. Okay, we did every bit of it. We came into the industry. Roli went into the job sector. She's headed one of the finest export houses with more than 300 people under her. She's worked there for approximately 8.5, 9 years. Okay, so she's worked as a creative designer, a creative head in one of the good brands in the French market. Okay, and I started early on with my own business setup. When I started off, I did a lot of mistakes. I'll be very honest. Because I'm doing it all by myself. I don't have anyone in my family who's in the garment sector. They have no knowledge or know how of how this garment sector even operates. Now, even though when I say so, there are a lot of seniors who are there in the industry. I'm a part of an alumni group where we have Levi Strauss International Head, we have Blackberry Head, we have the director of Pearl Academy, we have all these who are already Niftians at a much senior place in the industry, the who's who of the fashion industry, already in that alumni. And even though, as being a very junior to them, even when we ask them questions till date, if they don't see a business in it, we hardly get a response. This is something which we really want to cut down. This is our driving force, our reason of really being into fashion design secrets. A lot of us who are already in the industry, don't you feel lonely? There is no one to ask anything. You are just trying to figure out all by yourself. There is no one who would want to even help you out. Everyone thinks ये मेरा concept copy कर लिया तो, मेरा कारीगर तोड़ लिया तो, या मेरे से कुछ चोरी कर लिया तो. Everyone is insecure about it. It's a very insecure industry. But once you go through this entire creative DNA, you will not at all be insecure of yourself or anyone within the CDNA group. Because by the end of this course, you'll be certain that even though another person is in the kids wear sector or women's wear sector, all of you are going to produce something which will be completely different, even if you help each other out, even if you share the same unit to produce the products. And that is something which was massively missing, and it is still missing. There is no one. the topmost, we are in contact with every possible, I would say, some of the most influential people in the fashion industry at the back end, who would not even care to reply to your message if you are in need, to understand the basic ideas and concepts, how to go forward with it. So if we have come so far, I would want to get along a lot of people to at least be at the same stage without putting in 20 years of their life. We've already invested 20 years. I don't want you to struggle for another 10, 15, 20 years to at least come here. So make the most of it and be there. We are there in commitment to help you out as much as it is there in my own capacity. Sounds good? Great. Thank you so much, guys. Any other questions anyone has, or are we good to go?
Good to go, sir.
Okay. Firdous, any questions? Rohini, Tara, any questions?
Yes, sir. I have a question, small question.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
by the start of the business, whatever it may be, it has come to a certain level, and you feel like few of the people are talking bad about it, and few of the people are talking very good about it. And
Okay.
you're very much concerned that everybody who are satisfied or who are not satisfied must
Okay.
be like they should understand the situation what it might be like वो चीज होती नहीं
Okay.
है but people come with a good
अफेक्ट
thought
कर
and
जाती है ना वो
people come
बातें,
with
वो
yeah
बातें
yeah
अफेक्ट
affect
कर
कर
जाती
जाती है
हैं, राइट?
yes
ठीक
so
है, एक बात
sometimes we
पूछूं?
feel कि जी
एक बात पूछूं?
जी सर
फेवरेट हीरो कौन है?
धर्मेंद्र
धर्मेंद्र है?
yeah
महा बकवास हीरो है यार वो तो.
yeah but I
कैसा
like his
हीरो लाइक
character
करती हो? कैसा हीरो लाइक करती हो? धर्मेंद्र के मुंह पे तो
सर
कोई जाके बात भी ना करे. बकवास बंडल हीरो.
जी
अभी अगर हीरो ये सोचने लग जाए कि 4 लोग मेरे को
इसने
लाइक
मुझे
नहीं
ऐसा
करते,
बोला
तो मुझे एक्टिंग छोड़
या
देनी चाहिए.
यस
शाहरुख खान के लिए आधी दुनिया पागल है, और आधी दुनिया एंड पेरेंट्स वाली
बकवास
एज ग्रुप वाले लोग कहते हैं ये क्या, मतलब दिस लाइक अ फनी फेलो, मतलब शक्ल भी मत दिखाओ, क्या शाहरुख खान
या
चला के रखते हो हर समय घर में. And this is the same phase which we are going through. My daughters have started watching Shahrukh Khan movies on Netflix. And उनको जब पूछो कि क्या मूवी देखना है, वो कोई कोई एक ही मूवी को 10 बार रिपीट करते हैं, शाहरुख खान क्यों नहीं चाहिए. एंड यू लाइक यार नॉनसेंस, मतलब गेट ओवर दिस फेलो. मतलब और भी इतने अच्छे अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं. सो क्या शाहरुख खान के हेटर्स और फॉलोअर्स दोनों हैं?
यस
धर्मेंद्र के भी हेटर्स और फॉलोअर्स दोनों हैं?
यस
लवर्स एंड हेटर्स, लेट मी पुट द राइट वर्ड.
या
तो क्या
या
हम अपने आप को इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे ला सकते हैं कि मैं अपना काम कर रहा हूं या कर रही हूं अपने लवर्स
या
के लिए, जो लोग मुझे
यस
चाहते हैं. अगर मैंने उनके लिए काम नहीं किया, तो वो इनजस्टिस होगा ना कि मैं उनको सर्व करना बंद कर
या
दूं क्योंकि कुछ लोग मुझे नहीं चाहते.
यस दिस इज ट्रू दिस इज वेरी नाइस
अभी मैं CDNA कर रहा हूं.
जी
आप में से हो सकता है 6 के अंदर में से 5 4 बोलें कि बहुत अच्छा लगा, मजा आ गया. 2 लोग बोलें कि क्या बकवास कोर्स है, हमें तो कुछ नहीं मिला इसमें से. सो क्या करूं, मैं बंद कर दूं CDNA? नहीं. मुझे ये
डेफिनेटली
देखना है कि क्या मैं एक इंसान को भी इंस्पायर कर पा रहा हूँ एक्शंस लेने के लिए.
जी
अगर मैं एक एक इंसान की भी लाइफ में कुछ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ला पाता हूँ, उसे कुछ एक आगे पुश दे पाता हूँ, दैट
जी
शुड बी माई ड्राइविंग फोर्स.
यस
क्योंकि कुएं के मेंढक ना टांग खींच के उतारने के लिए बहुत सारे हैं,
यस दिस इज
लेकिन
ट्रू
नीचे से ऊपर धक्का देने के लिए बहुत कम है.
खुद ही हैं हम
सो
इनफैक्ट
काउंट योर ब्लेसिंग्स,
या
count your blessings and just keep moving forward. Don't think
यस
about it.
सर यस सर
हाँ, बोलना आसान है, लेकिन कोई नेगेटिव फीडबैक आता है तो मन बुझ जाता है.
जी
जब भी मन बुझता है कि नेगेटिव फीडबैक आया, बुरा बोला किसी ने और कुछ भी बोला, सिंपल. फर्स्ट फर्स्ट इज टू कैच योर सेल्फ. मैं क्या सोच रही हूँ. सबसे पहले एक अवेयरनेस होनी चाहिए कि मैं नेगेटिव थॉट में जा रही हूँ या पॉजिटिव थॉट में.
पॉजिटिव है
दैट इज टू फर्स्ट कैच योर सेल्फ, एनालाइज कि ये मेरे दिमाग में ना कुछ गड़बड़ थॉट्स चल रही हैं. कैच कर लिया,
जी
अवेयरनेस आ गई. जब हमारे को अवेयरनेस आ जाती है, पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, बुखार आ रहा है, लेकिन पेट के दर्द की वजह से आ रहा है, अब ये अवेयरनेस आ गई कि पेट के दर्द की वजह से आ रहा है,
जी
तो अब मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ। अवेयरनेस आ गई कि मन खराब हो रहा है किसी के कुछ बोलने की वजह से, तो अब मैं क्या अपने मन में या कुछ अच्छी पॉजिटिव थॉट्स डाल सकता हूँ कि यार नहीं, जिन लोगों को मेरे को कमिटमेंट है, जिन लोगों से मैंने वादा कर रखा है, जो लोग मुझे बहुत चाहते हैं, अगर उनके साथ, उनकी क्या गलती है? ये एक जना मुझे नहीं लाइक करता, या ये 10 जने मुझे लाइक नहीं करते, लेकिन उसकी वजह से ये 5 जनों की क्या गलती है जो मेरे अंदर बिलीव करते हैं?
यस
मैं रेशो
नहीं
रिवर्स
नहीं,
कर देता हूँ। यहाँ पे 100 लोग खड़े हैं जो बुरा बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे
चलने दे
5
उसको।
लोग खड़े हैं जो कहते हैं कि हमें चाहिए कुछ आपसे।
जी
So look at the positive side of it. The minute you catch yourself, you analyze, you are aware of the situation, and when you flip your thought to the positive side of how you're going to impact your end consumer with your services, with your product, you'll automatically get onto the positive mode of it. That is
यस
all.
सर यस
Right? Any other question
यस
for
सर
those?
नथिंग एल्स सर
Okay, great.
मोर फॉर टुडे
Tara, any other question? Any question that I can answer?
Sir, actually, nowadays there is so much of in fabrics or something. It is really like whatever we take, either saris or like who are the good manufacturers? Like how can we meet them or the
आएंगे
best
आएंगे,
part?
उस पर भी आएंगे, पहले बिजनेस सेटअप कर लें।
जी
सर सर एक एक सर,
या या
मतलब मेरे बारे में ना मार्केट में ये नोशन है, लाइक पीपल ओनली टॉक, द पीपल आई नो दे टॉक इन देयर ग्रुप ओनली। कुछ लोग जो मुझसे काम करवाते हैं वो लोग ही आके मुझसे बोलते हैं कि कनक इज एक्सपेंसिव, आई डोंट नो व्हाई दे, एंड व्हेन दे गेट देयर वर्क देन लाइक तुम तो इतने एक्सपेंसिव नहीं हो, बट देयर इज अ वर्ड इन द मार्केट दैट यू
yeah
आर
this
वेरी
is
एक्सपेंसिव।
because
आई जस्ट
even
आई
I
जस्ट डोंट
have the same
अंडरस्टैंड।
questions
Same, sir. Even
And
I
sir,
have
and the
the
same
people, उन लोगों ने मेरे से कभी काम ही नहीं करवाया, and then they're spreading the wrong word about me कि she's very expensive, don't go to her. You know, I sometimes wonder कि
ये
दिखने
प्रॉब्लम
में
आपका
expensive
रिजॉल्व हो
लगती हूँ
जाएगा।
लेकिन
वेट वेट फॉर सम मॉड्यूल्स, वेट फॉर सम मॉड्यूल्स, लेट्स डू द कस्टमर पर्सोना।
okay,
वहां पे
जी
पहुंचते तक ये इशू ना रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा,
ओके
ठीक है?
perfect,
सो ये प्रॉब्लम होती है, और वो कई फैक्टर्स हैं विच वी आर गोइंग टू नेल डाउन इन all the upcoming sessions.
perfect,
yes
sir.
Got it?
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
good? Great.
yeah
Thank you so much. Any other
Thank you, sir.
questions, or should we go? It's 2 o'clock. We are over with the session.
yes sir
Thank you, sir.
so one more question one more
हाँ जी
small
बोलो।
question how should we
Yes.
tackle
Small
this
होगा ना पक्का?
जी जी छोटा ही है बस rumors से हम कैसे we need to get out of it rumors as they spread the people
अच्छा
who
एक बात
don't
बताओ,
know us
एक
जी
बात बताओ,
जी
घर के आसपास कहीं वो क्या बोलते हैं, कचरे का पहाड़ लगा हुआ देखते हो कभी?
जी जी
पास में से निकलते हो तो खुशबू आती है, बदबू आती है?
बदबू आती है बदबू आती है
बदबू आती है, क्या करते हो
जी
उसके लिए? कुछ कर सकते हो?
पास आउट जल्दी निकल जाते हैं वहां से या फिर
बस
निकाल
तुम
के
वहां से
फेंक
निकल
देते हैं
जाओ,
कहीं दूर
वहां
जी
से। जितना जितना नेगेटिव थॉट्स को, नेगेटिव टॉक्स को आप वेटेज दोगे ना, उतना आप सेल्फ डाउट में चले जाओगे।
यस
क्या मैं सच में एक्सपेंसिव हूँ? क्या मेरा
या
काम सच में बेकार है और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे चार्ज कर रही हूँ? You
या
need to be sure about yourself that you're giving right value to your consumer. And
या
those consumers are automatically going to become your loudspeaker कि नहीं यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, she is a brilliant person. She gives the best price for the services that she really gives us. And दूसरी चीज़, a parting thought. हम बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम ना we get into this dialogue, what are others going to think about me, right? What are others thinking about me and what are others going to think about me? Are Baba, if you start thinking what are others going to think about you, then what are they going to actually think about you? You get my point? अगर उनकी सोच के बारे में भी आप सोचते रहोगे तो वो बेचारे सोचेंगे क्या? उन्हें सोचने दो जो सोचना है. आप अपने काम पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो. गेट इन टू द पॉजिटिव साइड ऑफ इट. एंड ये बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आपकी वैसे ही टेक केयर हो जाएंगी व्हेन वी डू ऑल द मॉड्यूल्स. Okay?
All
Take
right,
care
sir.
and have a great day. Do your assignments, put in your timetable, go and work with the workbook. I know you might be hungry, so am I. So let's have lunch and then get back to work. It is going to just take 1 hour. Put in your 1 hour and do it today. That's it. Don't postpone it and attend your session tomorrow morning. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.